Hello there, it's me, General Kenobi. Yes, that's the alert, General. Bum 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 ba-dum bum ba-dum bum ba-dum. I'm just gonna very quickly lower my desk by one. Yeah, I feel really low down. I don't know what it is. I feel I feel really low down. I don't know why. It's so weird. Hello there. Hello, it's me. Oh, hello up there. How you doing? I don't know why. I don't know why I feel so low in my chair. It's so weird. How we doing? Fizzy hiding. I'm hiding from everybody, chat. Don't look at me. Don't like it. How we doing, everybody? Oh, my head thingy fell off. Classic. Pedguin? Wait, what do you mean? I know I grew up in the RAF Leeming Zaf, so I was used to the planes flying over, but those ones flew over so fast just then and so low that I shit myself. Literally, I had to turn off the stream. I had to go to the bathroom. I had to say, whoops, sorry chat, something's come up, and I had to put on a new pair of pants, have a shower, in that order. Yeah, they were loud. How we doing, everybody? Azul, Red, Marzipan, Jushi, Merlin, Zaf, Dani, Tias. Did I miss anybody? Maybe. Hopefully not, but I could have done. Bam. How we doing? Briefly joined Air Cadets. Angus, how are you? I know he called you Aeon again. We've gone back in time. How are you all doing, everybody? I don't really want to talk about stuff, but it's been a rough week. But we're back, so let's have a chill time. You know what you were used to? Some of those old big planes with a dish on top having very loud whiny jet engines which could shake the whole house as it flies very low right over. Oh god. Let's have fun? Exactly. 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 I joined in on the Discord on Saturday. There was some games night happening. That's the word. Jesus. And I hopped in for a little bit of Cody's, though I was distracted during the Cody's because I was trying to fix a webcam issue. So Emma, bless Emma, did a cosplay stream, and just before it she said, hey, can you help me do camera positioning and stuff? So I called her, and her camera kept freezing, and I was like, that's weird, because she just bought an Elgato camera, and it's the same as the one I have, and my one works fine, I never had any issues. And I was like, that's weird that yours is freezing. So I tried my one, and my one was also freezing. So I spent like 3 hours trying to troubleshoot this camera whilst Emma was doing her cosplay stream. So Emma had to have like a picture on her stream. And so yeah, we updated it, updated the camera, updated the firmware on the camera, it uninstalled the Windows update. I tried tons of stuff, and eventually I found, after much Googling, and I had to Google something really fucking obscure, I managed to find out that it's because I've got a new graphics card. I got a 3080, and it turns out that the PCI 4 on the motherboard has had a bug on that version of the BIOS where it broke the USB, it made USBs, like anything plugged in, real laggy. So it was like lagging the camera. The camera was freaking out because it wasn't getting enough like power or something. I don't know. Basically, we had to update the BIOS. Mima was helping. Yeah, it was really weird. Yeah, it was like, because I got, so Emma presumably has exactly the same issue because Emma has a Lux, thank you for the 5 months.
Zephyr just resubscribed.
Because Emma also has a like 3070 or something, so she's also got this issue. So she's gonna have to update her BIOS, I'm assuming. But yeah, God, I've never updated my BIOS before, and I've always heard it was very scary. And something everybody's always like, don't update your BIOS. Oh, you might break everything. And it turns out it was actually really simple. And you just got, I had to use my external hard SSD to do it because my my old USB, I had a little USB that I've had since I was in school. I've had it for like 12, 13 years. It turns out it just, it was Windows could not detect it. It kept complaining that it didn't know what it was. And after I went back, Cherry, how are you? A33, how are you? After I went back and when I was on the BIOS trying to install it, it could see it. The BIOS could see that it was there, and then it was a Windows 10 installer. I'd made it into but the Windows just could not tell what it was. When you're updating your BIOS, if your power goes out or you turn off your computer or something, your motherboard is dead and you're gonna have to buy a new one. So it is scary. It is worrying, but luckily we were fine. Have you tried turning it off and on again? True! Zaf, thank you for the 13 months. Wait. TTS? We're hearing that. You're hearing the string. Right, so. Well, where is the TTS? I think that also because Windows has been updating, all my sound settings are a little fucked, so there might not be any sound alert alerts, and TTS apparently isn't working, but we'll get that fixed for Friday. Oh, it's been a lot of computer issues. Downloaded so much RAM in my BIOS. I have so many computer in my computer as well. But yeah. So basically, the crux of that story was, during Saturday's game night, I was trying to fix the camera. So I wasn't playing for a lot of it. So I was like tabbed out Googling stuff and trying to fix the camera. But it was fun. I love Cody's. It's good fun. It was nice to see everybody hanging out in the Discord. It's lovely. Oof. I hope you all had a good week. I've been watching. I'm gonna boot up the game, but I've been binge watching. I watched season 3 of Interior Design Masters whilst I was power leveling through Final Fantasy XIV. So Overlight and I have been playing a lot of Final Fantasy XIV, and the content, I'd finished ARR the original, and then I was doing the stuff between the original base game and the first expansion, Heavensward, and it turns out there's like 80 plus quests in the middle of this Final Fantasy XIV thing, which I found out is basically an entire expansion that is just between the first thing and the actual expansion. It's madness. And none of those quests give any XP at all. Because they're not, they were made, when they were made, you weren't supposed to be leveling. It was just stuff, it was just story and random fetch missions whilst you were waiting for the next expansion. And so you have to do it to progress in the story, but a lot of it is just like, oh, it was rough. It was definitely not the best content. It was very, very, I was getting a little frustrated, and probably, given the choice, I probably would have skipped it all. When you got to the end, though, oh, the cutscene kicks off and the story kicks in, and it's so satisfying. You're like, oh, everything that we've been doing for this days and days of questing through this ridiculously large amount of content. It was so good, the story, when it kicked in. But holy shit. So whilst I was binging my way through that, I was watching Interior Design Masters on, it's just BBC thing, and it was very fun. And I thought it was funny because Alan Carr is in it, and he's like the host, and the way he talks to everybody, at least at first, because he doesn't really know any of them because they've just like started the season, the way they all interact, it reminds me of, so say you met someone who, oh, really funny, you met like Alan Carr on the street or something, or you met Boba on the street, and you'd never, the only thing you were gonna do is like, they were doing something, so you were walking past them, and you go, hey, I recognize you, you're Boba, and she goes, ha ha ha, whoa, hey, funny joke, ha ha, and you go, ha ha ha, funny joke back, and then you never see each other again. Okay, so imagine that's like your interaction. You've met Alan Carr on the street, he's like, whoa, nice jacket there, hey, oh, you look like Damien Froganoff, you've lost me, what do you mean? The way that he was interacting with all of these contestants on the show as the host was like that. Like, he'd never met them, like, he was never gonna see them ever again. Like, the way they were interacting with each other, even though they see each other every week, was that it was like this, whoa, hey, haha, see ya. And it was like, but then eventually, by episode, like, 8, when most of them had already been kicked out, then it felt like they actually had spent some time together and they knew each other properly. But for the most of the show, their interaction just felt so it wasn't like forced, but it was like it was just like, it reminded me of interacting with like a celebrity on the street who you were never gonna see. Yeah, it was very surface level. Like, it wasn't there. Captain Klepto, thank you for the follow. Let's play Kings and Castle. Oh, I set up a thing for this, actually. After every episode, they just went around with MIB neuralizers. Oh, that is what it felt like, honestly. That is what it felt like. So I've got this camera, and then I've got this thing here, chat. Oh. Well, this is irritating. Whoa, wow, you're busy, whoa, hey, whoa, and then that was it. That's what it'd be like when if you come to TwitchCon Paris, that'll be our interactions. Okay, hang on, I've got to fix this. It works. Hello. Look at me, chat. Ooh, 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 but there was no green screen, Vizty. How did you do that? Ooh, wow. Oh, wow. There's double musics? Oh, for fuck's sake. Hang on. Is there still double musics? Oh, I know why there was double musics. Now there should be no double musics. Amazing tech. Wow. So because I've got a 3080, I bought a 3080 the other day. After with the amazing subathon, I treated myself because we were having issues. I treated myself to a new graphics card. So now we can use NVIDIA broadcasts, and I can do silly shit if I want to. We're probably not going to use it too much because it might be quite beefy. And then we'll just create a whole new set of issues. Rex, literally 3 times as good as mine. Have you got 1080, Zaf? Oh, you got 1030. Okay. My friend's got a 1080 Ti, and it is just as good as my 3080. That graphics card is so fucking good. Yeah, 1080 is so good. It's such a solid card. 3050, I love it. I love this one. I've been able to play... I was playing the new Call of Duty on the lowest graphics possible, and now I can play it on the highest graphics possible with 165 frames per second. It's so good.
Just resubscribe.
Mima!
Hello there, cuties. Vizd wave, Vizd hug.
Mima, how you doing? Bit of 10 months. So, I think we're just going to jump back in to King of the Castle. Oh, TTS did work. It just didn't like Zaf. So if we continue from the dynasty from last time, now I don't remember exactly what happened, but I remember that you won, chat, and fucking Brian. Went from a 1030 to a 3050. Holy shit, yeah, that is a huge jump. And yeah, Tia's killed me. That was what happened. We were playing a king, and we thought we were going to escape, and I was all excited that we might escape and be live to fight another day, and we'd come up next time in the story. But then we went out of an escape route out the back of the castle, and Tia's went, "Ho ho ho, traveler! Thanks for delivering yourself straight into my arms!" And they chopped off our head. So we died, and now we are King Dominic. I think the baby escaped, and there is another Vizd in the world somewhere from the previous game. 3070 Ti here, don't expect to buy a new graphics card anytime. That's why I bought the 3080. So I was looking at the 3060 Ti, I was looking at the 3070, the 3070 Ti, and I went with the 3080 in the end. Because it seemed like the best value for money when I was doing a big checker. Okay, chat, you can join. ! Join. Plus, obviously, ! Join. You can also add your pronouns. Let's go. Now have high-powered Vizd. Oh my gosh. I've had a 1080 since 2016. Yeah, exactly. It's such a good card, the 1080. Can I do an actual bet, or do you want it for badges? If you want to do an actual bet, Zaf, go for it. $100 gold left? Oh yeah, so if you've been playing in the previous ones, you'll still have some money, and you will hopefully be assigned to the previous team you were on. Also, yes, we have the flags in chat, so we've got flag yellow, flag blue, flag purple, flag green, etc, etc, etc. If you want to raise your flags. Also, Subpocalypse happened. I don't know what my sub-count goal is right now, actually. Because we Subpocalypsed and I haven't looked. I'll change that. It might say like 800 or something. It's a bit of a ambitious goal. Overlays. Webcam. That's not that one. That's the wrong one. Oops. How are we doing, everybody? Oh, I'm excited. 8, 10 seems reasonable. I think it seems pretty reasonable. Listen, we hit it during the subathon. We can do it again. We don't need any incentives, right, chat? Right? Exactly. Okay, there we go. Nice. We're good. We're Gucci. Stream Elements is just spamming me with lots of shit. Right, should we hop in? Should we hop into the game? Yellow again? Let's go. Let's go, Yellow Gang. Okay. Okay, can King Dominic keep the throne? That's the question. Okay. So, every game, obviously, we have to get introduced to the council. Ah, we did it! By the 9th! We had to pull some strings, but we got you that crown just as we said we would. That's right, Arthur, that's right. Now, just remember to uphold your end of the deal. You're not really king, more like an employee of the patricians. Yes, so we're carrying on. So the, the Grandees, last time there was a coup d'etat, and the Counts and the Patricians teamed up to kill us off, and the Grandees tried to help, and their military was crushed. So the Grandees have amazing faith, amazing trade, amazing farming, and low defiance, but they have no military at all. The other two teams, they kind of got pretty good stuff. You remember now? It's been a little while, obviously. So what are we gonna say? I'm the king now, you can't push me around, patricians. Relax, you're from the coast, aren't you? What's good for us is good for you, trust me. CC is off? Fucking hell. Oh, I know why, I can fix that. That's just the same issue as the other thing. It's the mic is picking up the wrong. There you go. Is it working now? Yeah, it's working. I fixed it. Introduce yourself to the rest of the council. But don't forget what I told you today. Introduce yourself to the Council of the East. An honor to finally make your acquaintance, Your Grace. May you escape the doom that befell your predecessor. Haha, tears HTML. They chopped off their head. After we did a coup. Oh, it was so funny. May the 9th God bless your reign, Your Holiness. I trust you will conduct yourself with honor and faith. And with that, the introductions are done. Wandering in. What do you think? Will he be a good little king and do as he's told? It's too early to tell. I have a bad feeling. We should have a backup plan, just in case. What were the schemes for the Grandees last game? Oh my god, I can't remember. I think it was trade? I wanna say it was trade. And they already had a really high trade. And then they had to lower our treasury maybe? Or I don't know. I think it might have been something, then authority, and then something else. It's been a week and a bit, so I can't remember. No witch hunt? I don't think so. It's been over a week, so I can't quite remember. Grundy not picking faith? Exactly. I think it was lower authority. One of them was lower authority, and one of them was lower stability, and stability won. Yeah. Anyway, coronation. Your Majesty, you may have won the throne from Monarch Pepe, but you still need to answer to the council. As is tradition, they will decide what happens at your coronation. Should I get changed into my waterproof robes then, chat? It may be for the best, your majesty. Shall I call the nobles in? Okay, chat, here we go. What are we gonna do? Are we gonna... Zoom? Ulfric, how are you doing? Are we gonna... The patricians will smooth over any bad feelings with bribes, or force the commoners to swear a blood oath, throw the king into the river, or troops shall bear the king through the streets atop a shield. There you go, chat. I'll let you do a vote. Bribes, you say? Bribes. Anybody who isn't a patrician might want to go for bribes, because they're gonna get money. Oh my word. Ooh. River's winning. Bing bing. Arcadian. Money is good. I was editing up a so I've been making a best of 2022, and I'm gonna have to split that into like 3 bits because we've got a lot of cool clips. And I was also making a little edit of our XCOM disaster from the other week, and Arcadians in that getting killed. It just reminded me. Okay, well, looks like we're going back in the river, chat. Off we go. Woohoo! It is decided. The king shall be thrown into the river. The game music sounds so much like CK2. That's weird. Welshinator, Weird Ari, and Jed Naruka Kremen, thank you for the follows. It's very hard for me to read. I need to move my monitor. It's so far away. Okay. The king will be thrown in the river. And so it begins. The nobles pick you up and carry you to the Treadwater River, hurling you into the shallow water with a cheer. When you climb back up the bank soaking wet, the Chancellor steps forward and places a crown upon your head. Is it your imagination, or some of the nobles' stifling giggles? Anyway, my path to victory. Your Majesty, the history books don't look kind on usurpers, unless, of course, they prove themselves worthy of the throne they have stolen. When you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? What am I picking, chat? Okay, so my authority is 4, my stability is 6, and I have a lot of money. And it's a lot of farming and a lot of trade in the nation as a whole. I'm gonna go for trade. Go for military? No. A lofty goal indeed. I suggest over the next few years you should focus on improving the overall kingdom's trade as much as possible. Once you have an heir, I shall return to discuss how your ambition is progressing. Good luck, Your Majesty. The plotch. The plotch with the flag. Extension being slow again? Oh. I think you might still be in even if the extension on the stream hasn't caught up yet. Yeah, you're in the Grandees, Arcadian. Pludge. Okay, well, that's the end of that season. Fellow patricians of the coast, I have it on good authority that King Dominic plans to betray us. Crown me, and I'll keep my promises, Eulas. Okay, patricians, here's your vote. What do you want to do? Lowest defiance? Raise your own trade? Lower treasury? Just a quick glance at the patricians list. We've got Palan, Azul, Arthur, Ari, Miko, Wanderer, Bear, 863, and Mima. There's the stats. Looks like we're going for lowest defiance, which seems like a pretty safe bet so far. So I've got to piss you off, basically. Ooh. Boop boop. Okay, so patricians want lowest defiance. Okay. Okay. Excuse the bully the pants. Patricians plan to swap a real king for a perfect doppelganger. First, they must gain the trust of the spy master. To advance their scheme, the patricians must be in the region with the lowest defiance for 2 seasons. Okay. My fellow counts, in ancient times, the East was its own proud kingdom. We can bring back those days of glory, but not while the false King Dominic wears the crown. So, counts, do you want to lower stability, get the highest farming, or lower your own defiance? Just remember to check if my tweet tweeted. It did. Good tweet. We need no military, we're rich. Okay. Okay, counts. Come on, you gotta get your votes in, You go for lower your defiance as well. Okay. Okay, I see what's happening here. So... the counts plan to summon a demon to possess the king, putting him totally under their control. First, they must lull the king into a false sense of security. To advance their scheme, the counts must lower the defiance to 4 or less in 2 seasons. Okay, so both the patricians and the counts have already completed their goal, and we haven't even started. A false pretender occupies my throne while my claim is ignored. Grandees of the South, this is a stain on our honor. We must not allow it to go unanswered. Okay, Grandees, what do you want to do? Intimidation, raise others' defiance. Furtherer, raise your own farming. Or excommunication, lower stability. I think the big gamer move is to go for A. Raise everybody else's defiance. Copper, how are you? It would be neat if the faction who won the next game had schemes to support the new king. That would be pretty cool, T.S. That would be pretty cool. Rhea? Getting out. I'm cunt. What do you mean, Squid? What do you mean? What do you mean? We're not gonna get A if both teams were opposing it. You gotta believe. You just gotta believe. You gotta... Oh, also chat, I don't know how noticeable it is, but I dyed my hair. It's actually kind of red now. I don't know, nobody's commented, so maybe it still looks very blonde on the camera. Look. Ooh. It's got, it still looks quite, it's got like quite a blondness to it on the camera still, I think. Yeah. Shining. I know, I've got to get back on my other camera because currently we're green. There we go. Right, so... does it look redder? The Grandee claimant Carmen has been chosen by the Ninth God to be our next monarch. They have promised a first miracle. Food for all. To advance their scheme, the Grandees must raise their farming to 5 or more in 4 seasons. I feel like the game gets a little easier when you press go and you do you continue. Okay, who should we pick as our honor guard? As is tradition, we must choose some elite guards. With the counts, the Order of the Drowned Rose. Patricians will champion gladiators from the arena, and the Grandees, the fiercest battlemans of the Sisterhood of Steel. Okay, so we are a patrician king. I don't know if... and the patricians want to keep their defiance low. who do we want to pick? I think that's the question here. I might pick. What foreign mercenaries do you suggest? A band of fearsome fighters from the Tatterlands called the Battle-Bitten Brethren. They specialize in bodyguard work, but they're costly, and hiring foreigners will be considered an insult to the regions. Yes, good. Yes, the foreign mercenaries will be mine. By the 9th August, Majesty, how could you choose them? I raised everybody's defiance, and lost some of my money, but I think it was worth it. There's a prediction happening, chat, if you want to predict. I assume it is, will the king get overthrown, or who will win, or something. I'm not sure. But there's a prediction happening. The realm is fertile as fuck. I will make the arrangements at once. The battle-bitten brethren arrive a few weeks later. You've never seen such a gang of huge, unpleasant-looking cutthroats sneering and smirking and cleaning their fingernails with daggers. Perfect. Perfection. Byzantine also use foreign Varangian guard. You'll be fine. Yep. Until you run out of money. Yep. Pain. Your fears are assuaged by their commander, a grey-haired man who calmly explains the service they provide. As long as the coin doesn't run out, they'll sacrifice themselves to the last man on your behalf. Okay, perfect. Okay, chat, there's a new trend, apparently. Lord Patrician Mima 82 is here to see you, Your Majesty. She wants to tell you about a crab. A what? It's the latest trend along the coast, Your Majesty. The patricians have started keeping a species of jeweled crab as a fashionable pet. Creatures are so rare that one can now sell for as much as a mansion. Crab bucket. Very well, send her in. Thank you for seeing me, Your Majesty. I know the price is steep, but I assure you these crabs will only go up in value. Buy a box of crabs. Turn this fool away. Oh, what a waste of everyone's time. I'll make the sale of jewel crabs illegal. It will up the patricians' defiance, probably. NFT crabs. Crabs are people, this is slavery? True! Crabs are people. And clams are people. Legit or quit. Look, that's a good point. We're banning crab sales. Of course, such a drastic measure will require a vote. You summon the council at once. Okay, do we ban the sale of jeweled crabs or refuse to limit the market? I'm gonna... my monarch's choice is ban the sale of crabs. Let the vote begin, chat. The vote begin. Banning the sale of crabs will probably up the patricians' defiance. Why do you only have 200 money? So we're continuing, Squid. We're continuing from our last game. So if you were here in the last game, it carries your place and your money over. In the kingdom you were in. Oh, looks like we're banning the crabs. Excellent. Now that the sale of crabs is illegal, the pinchy little creatures are more valuable than ever. Gangs of crab smugglers spring up along the coast, murdering each other over profitable reefs. Thousands of fishermen start hunting crabs instead of fish to sustain the coastal diet. What have we done? They're copy-pasting the NFTs, chat. That's not what's supposed to be happening. The NFTs are supposed to be sacred. Oh, fuck. Well, the farming on the coast has gone down, and their defiance has gone up, and the stability of the region has gone down a lot. They right-clicked. Oh no, begun the Crab Wars. Oh no, no, the Wandering Inn says the patricians are going to work on their military. They've immediately switched to coup mode. They're not even, we've barely started and instantly it's like, it's time for a fucking coup. Your Holiness, my peasants accuse me of hoarding wealth. Me, Marzipan, why have you been hoarding your wealth? Worse, they're throwing down their tools and burning their belongings, saying they want to live an aesthetic life. And that I should do the same. They want to match their outfits with the decor? No, not aesthetic, aesthetic. They don't want to be pinned down by worldly possessions, but burning them is quite the overreaction. The ringleader of this movement is a philosopher called Ortega. Now, I don't know if you remember, chat, but we've had this one before in the past in our first run, and Ortega was executed for their things. So it's a new person has risen up to call himself Ortega. Or the same Ortega has risen again. So do we send someone to infiltrate Ortega's cult, aggressively break up their meetings, or fire the troublemakers and hire new servants from the coast? Now, I think I'm going to veto the middle one because it lowers defiance and it lowers my stability. So we either fire the troublemakers and hire new servants from the coast, or send someone to infiltrate the cult. Any Beppis? Okay. Cult infiltration time. I mean, faith going up. Can't go wrong. Can't go wrong, chat. We're going in. Voting has closed. After seeing Ped marry both the fish prince and the pirate queen, I'm starting to wonder if any of the name NPCs isn't romanceable. Okay. So far, we haven't had any... We had one romance thing where there was a crab man and we made our chancellor marry them. What I'm saying is you should marry Ortega. Oh my god. Grandee Marzipan arranges for one of his few loyal servants to go along to Ortega's gatherings. You hope to hear from them soon. Meanwhile, both rich and poor scramble to show off their devotion to the ninth god in the face of Ortega's surging popularity. Okay. End of season. So, we've got an auction happening, chat. Go. What do we want to do? Counts. If you fund the fortress, your military goes up. If you fund a prison, the stability of the region goes down. Grandees, in your region, your farming will go up or your farming will go down. In the patrician's land, the faith will go up and the military will go down. What do you want? What do you want, chat? You gotta fund. You've gotta fund right now. You gotta fund right now, chat. Right now. Nobody's funding. I'm panicking. Save my 0 money. Okay, everybody's saving their low money. Okay. Okay, so the grandees are trying to get their farming up here. Okay. So far, there seems to be the grandees trying to get their farming up and everybody else trying to get their farming down. Oh, there was a tie then between prison and Deer Park, and I don't know what won. Oh, apparently Deer Park won. So the farming in the grandees territory went up, and then it went back down again. Oh, fuck's sake. Oh, a dynasty event. Oh, yes. Okay, so last time, chat, the previous king who was executed, they had their head chopped off. They were building basically what's that mountain range in America? With all the presidents' faces on it. Something American. Mount Rushmore. We were basically building a Mount Rushmore for the king. They were building themselves one. So, May I have a word, your majesty? Many years ago, your predecessor, Monarch Pepe, asked me to carve a mountain with their likeness. I told them it was impossible, but they insisted. This is definitely how it went down. Tarks, how are you? Many years ago. You're not still working on that, are you? That's typical of Pepe's vanity. I don't want a monument to the monarch I usurped. How's it going? Well, progress is stalled. But it's not too late to redesign it in your image. Do we really need a money sink like this? There are plenty of other places to spend our coin. Okay, chat. Do we want to complete the carving, or do we want to update it to the new king? Do we want to cancel the project? Or do we want to scale the project down? I kind of want to update it into the new image. I'm not going to lie. Because I want to see this continue into the next game as well, you know? I want to have this continual thing of this mountain just never being finished. Kind of like completing it. What they're completing it is the old king now. Scale it down, have a nice little pebble with your face on it. I'm sure that would be enough for the architect to manage. I love how they just straight up lied about it last as well. Last time they came in, they were like, "Hey, I've got this grand idea. I want to do a mountain in your face," and we were like, "Cool." And then it didn't go well. And this time they came in and went, "Oh, they asked for us to do it." Oh my god, so funny. Okay, voting has closed. Boo boo! IRL Mount Rushmore aren't finished as well. Well, I've watched National Treasure 2. I know they built Mount Rushmore to cover up the mountain range so that people wouldn't know there was actually a load of treasure buried under it. So they changed the shape of the mountain range by carving some presidents into it. That's exactly truth. That's true real worldness as well, definitely. Yepers. Beaming, the chief architect hurries away to prepare. In a matter of months, the project is finished. Your face glares out from the mountainside, visible for miles around. Oh my god, we actually finished it, chat. We actually finished it. The conversion from Monarch Pepe's face to yours wasn't entirely successful, but it's good enough for the common folk, most of whom barely know what you look like. This helps with the legitimacy of your reign. How many previous monarchs can claim they have bent the mountains to their will? Nice. Arya, Pokey, how are you doing? Chronicle, how are you? Remember, you can do !join and a pronoun, and you will be in the game. Defiance is now aggravated. Oh, we fucked over the Count's defiance. No one can avoid your gaze now. My authority is commanding. Oh my god. Okay, it's all coming up. It's all coming up, King Dominic, chat. Let's find ourselves a spouse. Your Majesty, it's important that you find a spouse sooner rather than later. What is your preference? Any. Thank you, Your Majesty. I'll send out messages to the most influential noble families in the kingdom. Let's see what they have to offer. It's an easy enough decision. You're marrying to the patricians as we agreed before you took the throne, right? Right? Totally gonna happen. 100%. The philosopher Ortega is preaching that we can only be closer to the night god if we reject our worldly possessions, which would be bad enough. But she's also performing miracles. My spy saw her heal a woman's broken arm with a single touch, cure an old man's blindness. So she's really a prophet from the ninth god? Whatever we might think, the peasants believe in her. More of them flock to her barn every day as rumors of the miracles spread. Okay. Should we now? It's hard to see the percentages, chat, but the A's percentage is faith 80%. Okay. It says the church should perform miracles to lure Ortega's followers away, or B is send Inquisitors to stamp out this once and for all, which is with 50% authority. Or Ortega's just a healer. Let her carry on doing good. I kind of want to vote C too. I want to marry Ortega. I want to be on Ortega's side, chat. Let Jesus be. Let them be. I wanna get them. We're gonna pull them into the fold. We're gonna marry them. It's gonna be wonderful. We're gonna have a blessed Jesus baby. Oh. Melon. Okay. Okay. Looks like C might have won, chat. Oh my gosh. Nice. Nice. Voting has closed. Woo-hoo. Let her carry on doing some good. There we go. What? You mean just let her continue besmirching our faithful southern traditions, healing people for free? I've never heard such a thing. Healing people for free? I can't believe it, chat.
Sand_bard.
Sandbard.
Just resubscribed. Sorry, honey, unless I've been bad, throw me in the dungeon. Sure hope there isn't a bad man in all leather there to teach me a lesson, ped champ.
Sandbard. Free healthcare? Not in my region. Stability of the kingdom has gone up, but our authority has gone down. Many nobles are outraged. The peasants praise your mercy. Nice. Nice. Good job, chat. End of the season. Ding. Anchored a few miles away from the sunny coast, patrician A33TG II has invited their closest confidants aboard their yacht. You said you had a surprise for me? Indeed, and here it is. Behold! Your Majesty, what are you doing here at such an hour? I'm sorry, I hope you didn't overhear any... Quit babbling, you blowhard. That isn't the king, it's a peasant, who is the king's spitting image. Remarkable. And just in time, the spy master trusts us so much, she's not noticed that we're refitting civilian vessels into battleships. That means we can move on to the next phase, kidnapping the king and putting this fool in his place. How do we manage that? We need the kingdom to be in utter chaos, bad enough that the king's abduction can slip past unnoticed. For the next stage of their scheme, the patricians must lower the stability to 4 or less. What does the join command do, Jam? Everybody who's in chat, you can join in the game, and you can vote along with polls that happen in the game, and you can spend your money. You'll have like a little bit of money that'll be on the overlay on the stream extension, if you can see that, and you can play along. You'll be either part of the counts, the grandees, or the patricians, one of 3 different factions, and you can help everybody else try and destroy me in a video game. So, okay. Counts and the crown, hidden in a labyrinth beneath the eastern castle. Pair of counts meet to speak their schemes. Not speak spark. Cherry. Last time I petitioned King Dominic, he gave me this dreadfully suspicious look. All the other counts are talking about it. The crown really has it in for us right now. Blood and stars, we must claw our way back to his good graces. The counts aim to lower their defiance to 4 or less. Okay, so now I can tax the kingdom. Who's really wealthy? Seems like the counts have a lot of money right now, chat. Seems like the counts have got a lot of money. What if we tax the counts? Heh, heh, heh. Heh, heh, heh. End of season. Game isn't saving your customization preferences. Oh, well, that's annoying. Just failed your mission. I know. Excuse me. Ooh. Got the burps. I found 3 potential matches for your. One eligible young candidate from each of the 3 kingdoms. Choose wisely. You'll be securing a powerful alliance. And a partner for life to have and to hold. Don't forget. Indeed, your majesty. The chancellor leads you to a great hall where they've arranged 3 portraits and easels. Wait, I don't even get to meet them? There's no time for sentiment. You just need a match that befits your station. Suits your political needs. Suits them, chat. They whisk away the cloth from the first portrait. This is Alistair, the eldest son of the Eastern Tiers HDML dynasty. He's a good-looking one, eh? Not a bad word is said about him. Everybody likes him. Alistair! Medieval Tinder. Oh my god, it's true. Caradin!
Caradin just resubscribed, 5 months and counting. This place means a lot to me. Now, to ruin your reign.
Caradin, thank you. Not my reign, please. He's an intriguing candidate. He does look pretty spiffing. From the coast, we have Irina, the wealthy heiress to the noble patrician Sunbard's estate. She's got a reputation for honesty and fair-mindedness. That's rare along the coast. Her interests are typical of the coast. Money, 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 and making more of it. But to her credit, she gives a lot to charity. I like the sound of her. Wait, what's Chatterino doing? Naughty Chatterino. And finally, from the south, Adona, the eldest heir of the Rage 03 lineage, prone to depressive episodes apparently, but they mean well. Like many in the south, they claim to put their faith in a night god above all worldly concerns. Now they've got grand plans by all accounts. They want to change the world. Not bad. Not bad at all. What do you think? Of course, by picking a candidate, you'll anger the other regions, but you'll gain a lifelong alliance. What do we think? What was Alistair's thing again? Everybody likes him. Fencing, mastering the blade, training himself for an epic confrontation. That sounds like he's gonna try and fight somebody and get killed, which might be an exciting time. Let's marry Alistair. Nice fencing, Alistair. Okay, so the grandees, they're mutinous right now. Refusing to marry would be fun. It would be interesting, but I mean, we wouldn't have a baby. But we'd have to. I guess we could adopt a baby. Crab smuggling. Here we go. Greetings, Your Majesty. Ever since the sale of jeweled crabs was outlawed, crab smugglers, I nearly said crab smugglers because of the word, are damn near taking over the coast. Keech. Sambard.
Sans_Bard cheered 50 bits. Grandees nuts, the patricians will not forget this.
Yep. Grandees nuts, yep. Thank you, Sambard. To make matters worse, the local sheriffs are so deep in the smuggler's pocket, they might as well be lint. Oh, I get it. I was slightly confused there, but I got there in the end. But I made the sale of crabs illegal. You did, Your Majesty. That's why I'm calling them smugglers and not legitimate businessmen. Rival smugglers are murdering each other on beaches. It's carnage out there. Okay, chat, what do we do? Do we send a strongly worded reprimand to the local sheriffs, decreasing trade and farming? Do we banning the crabs isn't working, legalize it, increasing the trade but lowering our authority? Appoint a new group of trustworthy sheriffs focused solely on crab-related crime, which will decrease trade, increase stability, and increase authority and decrease our money? Or do we hire a sea wizard to wipe crabs from the land? I'll let you picture. I like the idea. It's such an extreme. It's such an extreme. Okay, here's what we're gonna do, chat. We're gonna hire a fucking wizard, and we're gonna wipe crabs from existence, okay? The crabs are people, but, you know, the situation has gone too far. Oh my god. It's such an extreme. I can't believe you're legalizing the farming of people, chat. I can't believe it. Well, D is winning. D's nuts. Sea wizard, sea wizard, sea wizard, sea wizard. Okay. I like how the two things you voted for were either to farm the crabs, which are people, or to wipe them from existence. So we're genociding the crabs. They're people. A decrepit figure drifts into the council chamber, covered in kelp and dripping seawater at a remarkable rate. Thank you for the gold. This little problem of yours will go away faster than a puddle in midsummer. After a week of seaside spells and invocations, all the crabs on the mainland shrivel in their shells and expire, while the sea-dwelling crabs are driven into the deepest reaches of the ocean. The illegal crab trade dries up almost instantly, making a few fashion-conscious patricians very upset. Okay, nice. Nice chat. The treasury is very much dead right now. If it wasn't bad enough that I lost my ancestral home, my fields are black and my crops dying. Could this be linked to Ortega and her so-called miracles? Oblivious, how are you? Surely the ecosystem will be fine. I'm sure it's perfectly fine. Hopefully the Royal Merguards are okay with that. Shit the bed. Had all my money in crypto crabs. Crypto crab NFTs. Yeah. There is no doubt Ortega is just a common witch after all. No. No, I'm sure she knows what she's doing. Actually, I think she believes she's working authentic miracles. We must put a stop to it. The whole South is in peril. No, we must... Oh, we can't have her assassinated because we're too poor. Okay, so... They are still holy miracles. Ortega must be recognized as a member of the church, which is a 40% authority roll. Or send the High Inquisitor herself to sort this out, a 90% faith roll. Or allow Ortega to keep healing the sick. I think we let her continue, chat. That's what I think. Healthcare is cancelled. Okay, I mean, A or C are like my... I want to see those happen, one or the other. We want to let her continue. We want to marry Ortega. This is the dream. We don't even know if it's possible, but we can hope. We can hope. And where there is hope, chat. C might lower stability? It might do. Might do. Okay, we're just gonna let it continue. Okay, voting has closed. Now I'll take it to keep healing the sick. Pog. The grandees are of course furious. Oh no. Oh, their defiance is very high, Chad. Oh, the farming drops so hard too, but still okay. They're still meeting their goal, but holy shit. Oh, look at our stability now. We're so stable. Patricians are so fucked. Ortega speaks openly in the crown's favor, praising you for your wisdom and mercy. Yeah, the grandees, they're very defiant, but they've got no military at all. Uneasy whispers rise in the east of gatherings, secret gatherings and treachery on the battlements of a remote castle. 2 counts meet. The Chancellor sent me a fruit basket last week to thank us for our efforts in helping the crown. It's working. Our reputation is secure. Our problem now is the Archbishop. His beady eyes will be focused on us if we're not careful. You must evade him at all costs. For the next stage of their scheme, the counts must lower their faith to 4 or less. Fuck me, chat. Their faith is 0 already. What are we supposed to do about that? Well, I can pick a thing. Iron Choice, which gives me more authority. I can drop the timer and make the count stop instantaneously. Or I can, if they vote for my choice, I gain wealth. I'm gonna pick that one, because I'm poor. I'm poor. Wait, did I read that the right way around? Was that the one where I gain wealth, or the one where you gain wealth? One of the... We gain wealth. Oh, whoopsie. I mean, I guess that works. Gives chat money. Whoopsie. Anger from the church. Your Majesty, about that troublesome philosopher, Ortega, I must protest you allowing her to keep her teachings run unchecked. And her miracles are, unorthodox at best. How can we allow what is effectively witchcraft to flurry in our ranks? Not to mention the fact that she keeps complaining about the supposed church riches and saying we should give them away. True! Pop off, Ortega. So what are they? Miracles or witchcraft? Are you worrying about her teachings or your reputation? I must express my displeasure with the utmost urgency. We wouldn't want the High Inquisitor to get involved. Don't extort me. You must make Ortega welcome. The Archbishop storms out in a huff. Later, he conducts a public ceremony to formally bless Ortega and her followers. My authority roll was 40% and it succeeded. That was pretty fucking lucky. He just about keeps it together for the ceremony, and Ortega is impeccably polite. Her followers praise the king for his open mind. Oh, yes, your faith has gone up, Counts. Get faithed. Get fucking faithed. Yes, let's go. Bankruptcy loans? Monka. Your treasury's almost empty, your highness. Where the hell did it all go? I couldn't possibly say, your majesty. Perhaps you've been spending a little too freely. Apart from raising taxes, we have precious flu options. You can get a bank loan, or sell off the crown jewels, or perhaps crack open some of your predecessors' tombs. Most were buried with piles of gold, or so I've heard. We did grave rob last time. We could print. We could print some money, chat. 10,000 coins. We could print it. We could just print some money. 5 head. Listen, it's genius. I don't see any issues. Printing money is always good. I can't see this going wrong. Should we take a loan from the bank? We will have to probably pay the loan back. And it will decrease my authority, which is pretty sad. We do have 9 stability, so we could afford to crack open some tombs and lower our stability. Grave robbery is Pog. Crack those tombs! Bury gold isn't doing anyone any good, is it? Time to desecrate some graves. You order the royal mausoleums dug and looted. The result is quite a bounty. Gold masks, heaps of coins, precious jewels. Not everyone is practical as your treasurer, however. The church denounced you as a grave robber. Nobles and peasants alike are disgusted by your greed. Oh no. Our stability went down by 2, chat. 2. Tombs probably have your last character in it? No, my last character was unceremoniously beheaded escaping from the castle during a coup. I don't think they're going to be in the tombs. Was we just urged to rebel? Your wedding to Alistair is naturally the talk of the kingdom. Noble and peasants alike travelled from across the realm to attend. For a week and a day, the capital is one giant party. Graves up from your dynasty anyway, so it's fine. True. It feels like you're only one not taking part. Instead, you're getting ready for the ceremony. Soon enough, you're standing in St. Bertrand's Cathedral with Alistair at your side. Do you take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband? I changed my mind, Chad. I can't do this. I do. Then I pronounce you king and husband. After the wedding, of course, there is a feast, and after the feast, a dance. Your new husband, Alistair, laps up your attention, delivering a witty speech in which he flatters you outrageously. Oh, Alistair. Oh. 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 By the time you find yourself alone with Alistair, it's past midnight, and you've never felt more tired. You danced so very beautifully. It was such a wonderful day, wasn't it? Agree with him. You endure a long conversation with Alistair, seem determined to flatter you relentlessly and agree with everything you say. By night's end, you still don't know who Alistair really is. His personality is concealed beneath 100 layers of etiquette. You go to your separate bedchambers, still strangers. Oh. Oh no, chat. I thought we were hitting it off. The prophesied Ninth Herald has finally manifested on the Celeste Earth, taking the form of a noble known as Carmen, who hails from the farming town in the southern hills, or so the grandees claim. Peasants all over the south are flocking to you, Carmen. I knew you could do it, says Captain Klepto. I love how you're a grandees and you're a captain. That's pretty cool. Praise be to the ninth god. Praise be, but this is just the beginning. With him on our side, we will capture the minds of the common folk and lead the holy crusade against the false king. The people still need a push, however. With just the right amount of chaos, the peasants will take up arms and just die for you, darling. For the next stage of their schemes, the grandees must lower stability to 4 or less in 2 seasons. Oh dear. The patricians and the grandees are having a pretty sad time on the old stability front. Meanwhile, the counts, just having a fucking great time. Just living their best life. Okay. The crabs, your majesty, the crabs! Okay. Calm yourself. Remember how we hired a sea wizard to rid the ocean of crabs? His smells must have awoken, he was really smelly, must have awoken something from the depths. His giant crabs are overrunning the coast. Okay, farming has gone down and trade has gone down. This is not good. I'm a smell wizard. Rat boy. Fucking smell wizard. Oh, fuck me. Remember how we hired... Yep, we read that. How big are we talking? This requires an emergency vote. I couldn't agree more, your majesty. So, chat, do we let the crabs run amok? Excuse me. Pepsi's getting me. A stinkomancer. Oh my god. Let the crabs run amok along the coast, which will decrease farming, decrease trade, increase defiance, and decrease stability. Do we send in the army to drive these crabs back to the sea? Or go to the sea wizard and demand that he fix it? I'm gonna say, chat, you should vote for C. So that you make some if you vote for C, chat, in this one, you make personal wealth. And you want personal wealth, don't you, chat? Don't you? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You want 500 personal wealth. That's right. That's right, chat. Oh no, chat doesn't want 500 personal wealth. The vote still has to win. Oh no. Bed scam. I'm extremely open to being bribed. Aren't you all complaining about being poor, chat? As you were complaining about being poor. I should have just banned A. We want that personal ground on your head, my liege. Any last minute C voters? Mod check. Who needs money when they have a ninth god? Damn godless counts. Damn it, there's no... They want my stability to go down. Curse these yellows and greens. Ooh, the stability is now 6, chat. That's not good, that's very bad. Farming has gone down, trade has gone down, defiance has gone up, and the stability has gone down. See how the coast has been abandoned? You voted for it to be abandoned. I can't believe this. It was basically free count money. Well, it would have been. Good caravans are attacked by crabs on a daily basis. Crops rot in the fields. For months, the coast is overrun by a crustacean menace. Until finally the crabs return to the sea. arms shortage. Pokey. Your Highness, the situation in the south is dire. The City Watch in many of our cities are understaffed, and now crime is rampant. Even dueling has dwindled to as minor nobles take up other hobbies like knitting or insect collecting. Pah. We must bolster our dwindling forces in the south. Who knows what will happen to our people without protection? Okay, chat, do we hire a mercenary company to help protect the south? Which does not seem very froggy, chat, to me. Do we conduct an extensive southern recruitment campaign with 65% authority roll? Do we force farmers to join the southern military? Or the south has no need of soldiers, leave them be, which is 70% stability. I'm gonna veto A, because I don't want to spend 1500 gold. I don't want to spend that. That's a lot of gold. That's a lot of gold. I hope the devs, Ria, peepers, make the little things with the percentage bigger. The Grandees 3 or 4 soldiers are doing fine? Yeah. Okay, here we go. They've got no need of soldiers, leave them be. Here we go, here's the stability roll. Here's the stability roll, here it comes. Ooh, we failed the stability roll, chat, and they're very upset with us now. You're just going to leave us out to dry? The kingdom's instability makes it imperative that we are able to protect ourselves. We are nigh defenseless. How did you know I was lurking? I didn't, Ria, I didn't. I just did, I was just like, I just thought I'd ask, just in case. Like when we play, This as Sparta! Imagine it's playing Sambard, imagine it's working. When we play Plate Up and we call out Alistair every time, and only one time was Alistair actually watching when we asked for a feature. Indeed, bandits and outlaws of all kind quickly find the south a profitable place to conduct their operations. My trade went down, which is kind of sad. Rising tempers. Grandee Buzz City stumbles into your throne room, a frenzy nursing a bloody nose. Your Majesty, your king consort is out of control, completely unhinged. Why, I think he broke my nose. Apologies, Buzzed City, but you were insulting my parents. I only spoke the truth. Regardless, you were the one who escalated to violence. I demand recompense for my injury. Fine, take this coin. Perhaps we should vote on it. I cannot say enough of this pettiness. It's like, it's greyed down. I can't say it. We should vote on it. Ah, yes. I'm sure my fellow grandees will be equally disgusted by Alice's brutish behavior. Do we pay Buzz City compensation for that industry? Or do we dismiss the complaint? I say we dismiss it, chat. Dismiss. 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 Down with the grandees and my husband, he knows what's up, okay? No, that wasn't that's a different Monarch's Choice, Merlin. That's not the money one. That's just the normal Monarch's Choice. It's not like the Grandees can become even more angry. No bribe. We already used the bribe one. I'm sorry, chat. Grandee Buzzed City's ludicrous demands are thrown out by the council. Seething, they slink quietly from the chamber. Okay, that was that season. Unfortunately, we did not up the count's thing. Okay, chat, so, either you fund the count's, lower the count's farming, or you lower the count's faith. You lower the stability overall, or you lower the trade in the Grandees. or you lower the... Hang on, don't fund yet. Or you lower the farming in the patricians, or you up the stability. Do a vote. I think if you're the counts, you kind of want to... If you've got a lot of money, which you don't, because I tax the shit out of you, you'd probably want to fund F. I can understand... I don't even know if you want to fund B, because I feel like... It's just gonna... You know, you're gonna pass anyway. No point spending money doesn't need to be spent. It's a lot of money going into lowering the stability. It's pretty sad. It's pretty sad. And E is gonna need a lot of funding to get it done. Ain't gonna happen. 10 seconds remaining. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stability's gone down. And the face has gone down. Eek. Uh-oh. Defiance is too high. One or more regions is considering rebellion, chat. Rebellion. Okay, the patricians and the grandees are on the verge of rebellion. Oh no. You're very close to getting the stability down. About my heir. Your marriage to Alistair is not what you'd hoped. He seldom sleeps in your bed, and over breakfast you exchange only a few frosty words before he departs for a combat drill. The last thing on your mind is producing an heir, but the needs of the kingdom must prevail. Congratulations are in order. The royal wedding was a magnificent affair, but something's still missing. You need an heir. I need someone young whose loyalty is assured. A child of your own would do the trick, or even a bastard, or the youngest of your many cousins. I plan to adopt a lowborn child from the orphanage, chat. The nobles won't be too happy with a lowborn child being elevated to the status of a royal. I urge you to reconsider. My mind is made up. I'll make the necessary arrangements, your majesty. For God's sake, your majesty. You fucking idiot. A ghoulish problem. Your majesty, we are having a terrible problem in the east. The people have lost faith in the ninth god and the churches are being left to crumble. Without the priest to perform the rites, the dead are rising as ghouls from the abandoned crypts. There have been 9 attacks in the last week alone. The dead are rising! The dead are rising! I'm just doing everything to antagonize you? Pretty much, yeah. Calm down, your majesty. For now, the incidents are confined to the east. We must remind the eastern folk that they are lost without the ninth to protect them, especially once they've passed. Okay, chat. We need to up the faith in the Count's land, okay? Otherwise, they're gonna win the game. So... we really have to vote for A. We gotta vote for A, okay? I'm gonna give you some personal wealth to vote for A, okay? I believe in you. I believe in you. You gotta up that goddamn faith. Up it real good. Don't let the counts. Don't listen to the counts in chat. They don't know what they want. Boop doo 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 doo. Yes, good. Vote A. Chief Undead Labor though. Oh my fucking god. I can't believe this. Oh my god. You don't need to feed them. They don't need to eat. They don't need to sleep. Defiance of the counts is now aggravated. The counts are deeply annoyed by the flood of zealous young priests into the east, preaching on street corners and shouting the ninth name from the rooftops. But it works! The churches are soon full again, the rites are spoken once more, and the ghouls resume their eternal slumber. Okay, still 3. We still need to get it up. We still gotta get it up, please. Please, we can do it. Your Majesty, heed my plea! A great tragedy of our time has befallen the East. You ran out of capes? Well, even worse than that, I fear, Your Majesty. An order of once great knights has fallen into disrepute. 'Tis the order of the Gossamer Shield, your highness. They were once the greatest of knightly orders to serve the counts. Their virtues were extolled by bards across the land. Tales would make a troll weep. Oh, but they've been brought low, your majesty. And they've been working as glorified bounty hunters for the south. This is a stain on the honor of these. Nonsense. Our military has suffered some setbacks recently, so we hired the Gossamer Security to keep order for a pretty penny, I might add. Gossamer Security has been solving problems we want solved, and kicking the buttocks we want kicked. Seventh Takers, Gossamer Security? How has it come to this? These are knights, not mercenaries. They're needed, reminding of a little thing called chivalry. Please, your highness, I beg the council to be reasonable. Rafi, how are you? Okay, so, do we recall the order and restore its dignity? Do we invest in Gossamer Security to protect the south? Do we hire the order to join the Palace Watch? Or do we ignore the situation? None of these increase the faith, so big rip. A lowers the stability, which I don't want as the king. So rip A, I'm vetoing it. Do we? Okay, Godspeed, chat. What do you mean no? I want to win the game. Yes, Vizty is what you should be saying. Time to rebel? Oh, not again. Not again, chat.
Sand_bar
Not another rebellion.
Time to rebel.
Time to rebel. So the veto coming a mile away. Well, it looks like D is won. Something tells me that I think D, people want to increase the military, increase the defiance, lower the authority. I feel like there might be a rebellion happening. Can't play us off each other, you're just making us mad. I know, well, you both had the same thing. The Order of the Gossamer Knights remain happy mercenaries in the south, enjoying the spoils of their labor. Slowly the grandees rebuild their garrisons, but the counts are not happy. Some openly complain about you. The rumors start going around about your unwillingness or inability to preserve tradition. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Not a rebellion, please. Quick, end the season before they can rebel. Somewhere along the coast, Patrician A33 II strolls in their olive grove, accompanied by an old friend. The kingdom's not exactly peaceful, but there's no way we could stage the abduction of the king without being noticed. We need chaos! The patricians aim to lower stability to 4 or less. Okay. Deep in the south, a grandee paces along the balcony of her hillside villa. It's just not enough. Peasants love Carmen and believe the miracles, but they won't rise up to put them on the throne. Take heart, grandee. We are at the threshold. The peasants need only a small push. If only we could engineer that push. Grandees aim to lower stability to 4 or less. End of turn. Oh, tax time. I can't tax the patricians because they've just engaged rebellion mode. Bollocks. Guess we're common taxing. The kingdom is in rebellion. The first side to earn 5 victory points will win. Every time, chat. I want to do my victory conditions, but you keep rebelling. It's rude. I'm trying to get a baby. It's very, very rude. Rebellion. At long last, the patricians have reached their boiling point. You are confronted in the throne room by Lady Patrician Lost Gerbil. Her smile gleaming in the light of the braziers. I know it's braziers, but braziers sounds more exciting. I like to think that they're boob-shaped torches on the walls. Rebel scum. Oh wait, hang on.
I want those rebels dead.
Civilian authorities got that. The patricians of the coast will bring you down, pretender to the throne. We will rise up for Eluus, the true king. This is a formal declaration of war. Next time we see each other, we'll be on the battlefield.
Mimer82 cheered 100 bits. You should have just let me have my shiny crabs.
It's true. Throne room, or should we now call it the throne room? Just a messenger? Listen. I gotta... Oh, bums. What do I do? I've gotta lower my stability on my authority. I need my authority to be up. I've gotta lower my stability. Seize her! Come along now. Traitors get the chop. What? You can't do this. I'm an envoy, see? See how the king's tyranny grows worse by the day. Oh no, your defiance has gone up to 10. Oh, Jesus. Your watchmen waste no time. I paid them off. Lady Patrician lost gerbil is dragged out of the courtyard and her head struck from her shoulders. Jesus Christ. I didn't expect them to move so boldly, Your Majesty. What are our chances against the rebels? The patricians are formidable, but not undefeatable. I hope they don't persuade any of the other regions to join their rebellion. That would be disastrous. How did things get this bad? The leader of the rebellion, Lady Patrician Mimer82, she's citing your past transgressions as reason for the uprising. Your greedy plundering of the royal tombs, letting giant crabs run amok in the kingdom. Not to mention your ban on the sale of jeweled crabs. Urge to murder rising. Yes, Your Majesty, hold on to that feeling, you'll need it. This is civil war. That's right, Your Majesty, the kingdom is divided. There'll be a lot of death and suffering before this is over. I can't wait. I'll go dig out my trebuchets. I really need to stop putting them away. It feels like a rebellion happens every time. Your Grace, a terrible sickness is spreading among the troops in the east. Get away from me! Calm yourself, Your Majesty, I don't have it. Raphistol, you have a cool... Why is your icon looks different? If we let the East run its course, we'll have lost a lot of the soldiers. We can't afford to lose. I'm not sure how much we can do. Perhaps the council can see a way forward. Nothing that ups the fucking faith. That would be what we need. We need to up the faith of the counts, chat. Jeez! Do we send in doctors from the university, so that costs the treasury? Do we hire a wizard to solve that with magic? Do we quarantine the disease, 50% authority roll? Or do we do nothing to stop the spread of the sickness? No, I don't think we can do nothing. I think I kind of want to hire a wizard. I'm going to let you vote, chat, but I think obviously, unless you're a patrician, you probably don't want to vote for D, and patricians can't vote. So... Wait, Grandies, why are you voting for D? What's happening? What is this? What is this, Grandies nuts? Listen, you can still do it. Your stability, you've done it. You've lowered the stability to 3. Fisty doesn't know. You don't have to rebel. You don't have to join the rebellion. You don't have to. You can still win. Maybe. Oh god, I have hired some mercenaries as my gods. Hire a wizard to cure the east? Yes, wizard. A few days later, the wizard Pestia arrives in your court. This is a little sus. She is clad in flowing black silk, wearing a mask in the shape of a rodent's face. Explain the problem. Likely black fever carried by body lice. Make sure all your troops are thoroughly bathed and scrubbed with soap. Now hand over my money and I'll be on my way. That's all? Why should I give you anything for that? Have you ever heard the expression, never break a promise to a wizard, Your Majesty? Want to become the main character of a cautionary tale? No, I refuse to pay for such simple advice. Pestiloffer nods thoughtfully, then bows to you and departs the palace. A few days later, a new disease starts ravaging the eastern troops. It's even worse than the first. Symptoms involve acute stomach cramps followed by turning inside out. Holy shit! Oh my god, that was a lot. That was a lot of military. In a matter of weeks, the entire Eastern Army is dead. Jesus Christ. Do you smell that, my friend? Sorry, I think I stepped in some, That's freedom you can smell. Freedom from the mad tyrant King Dominic. At last we've riven up against his oppression. But if we want to keep our kingdom, we must fight for it. I ask you, my fellow patricians, what will be our opening strike against the king? We can launch a preemptive strike against the counts to cripple their military capabilities. If we suspect the grandees may join our cause, we can call them into war. They'll be more likely to join us now the king's authority is low. Or we could call upon the church to condemn the king. Or finally, you could send an assassin to nip this in the bud. Okay, what do you, so if you launch a preemptive strike on the counts, it will succeed with 100% military, because they have none. If you call upon the grandees, it was 100% defiance roll, so the grandees will definitely join if they want to, I guess. Or petition for the support of the church is 50% faith, or send an assassin after the king is 750% of your own wealth. Royalists might win before the Civil War ends. It's true. It's true. Okay. Voting has closed. Yeah, their military is already at 0, so this might not do anything. Patricians launch a surprise attack on the east, slashing and burning their way through fields and farmlands. They catch a regiment of Eastern Army unawares what remains of their army, and spring an ambush, slaughtering them to a man. Common folk whisper that the battlegrounds will be stained red for a generation. Military can't go any lower, rebels gain a victory point, and the farming has gone down. Marvelous! Down with the king! The coastal soldiers return home in triumph, leaving the east devastated in their wake. And grandees are rebelling as well. Grandees nuts. Every time, chat, you just rebel. It's very rude. A count rides to a remote, unremarkable spot in the moorland. Soon another joins her. The church is scrambling for power. The High Inquisitor is losing her grip on the populace. How delightful! Then we can make our move unseen. We must invite a demon to possess the king. The ancient books describe 2 demons, each attracted to a different aspects of the human mind. Okay, counts, sorry, you're voting, counts. Do you want to raise authority or raise treasury? You have to choose either Rakmasa, the mad tyrant, the cockroach queen, or Murmurak, the Duke of Greed and face of all coins. Still a chance the counts can do this, depending what they have to raise the treasury to. Okay. According to the grimoires I've read, the Duke of Greed is attracted to individuals who hoard wealth. We must ensure the king is filthy rich. In the final stage of their scheme, the council must raise the treasury to at least 3,865. Jesus. Depending what the things are, since the grandees have now also rebelled, the counts are the only ones voting. So, if there are things that increase our wealth, you will be able to vote them in. Roach Queen, Peepers, Roach Vogel, Peepers. Aria, welcome back with lumps. The south swells with the sudden influx of devotees from across the kingdom. They've come to see the Ninth's Herald Carmen in action. In the picturesque town of Meronia, The grandee's holy claimant delivers a speech to raucous applause. 2 figures stand in an alcove nearby. If our army was strong enough, we could use the chaos of the rebellion to our advantage and take the palace by force. A crusade, that sounds promising. Though I suggest we leave it to the ninth god. Surely he will intervene on Carmen's behalf. So, grandees, if you hadn't rebelled, here are your choices. You could raise your own faith, which is already at 10, so you would automatically be able to win. Or you could raise your own military. But sadly, you can't win anymore because you've rebelled. You've chosen to rebel. So unrebel. Unrebel! Oh, just think that could have been it. You could have won. Let us join in prayer, fellow grandees, to end King Dominic's illegitimate, godless rule. Our claimant Carmen is poised to take the throne and usher in a new golden age. We need only wait for a miracle. For the final stage of their scheme, the grandees must keep their faith at 10 for 1 full season. Well, by royal decree, we can treat the laws. Let's just get swing votes. Okay. So, rebellion's happening. That's all it would have took, 1 season. So you could have done it. You could have won. Opening strike. My dear grandees of the south, thank you for joining in us in our war against the tyrant King Dominic. The ninth god called upon us to join the fight. We saw that the cause was righteous. Of course it is. Now that you commit your troops, you must decide where to direct your opening strike. We can launch a preemptive strike against the Counts to cripple their military capabilities. If we suspect the Counts may join our cause, we can call them to war. They'll be more likely to join us if King's authority is low. You could call on the church to condemn the king, etc, etc. Okay, grandees, are you gonna attack the Counts who, once again, have no military? Which 70% military would win?
Silkagami just resubscribed.
Meow
Apple Cat.
So, thank you so much. You can call upon the Counts to join your cause for 90% defiance, petition for the support of the church, 100% faith, or send an assassin after the king. I wonder if the Counts would choose to join. We'll never know. Everybody rebels. The grandees have voted for this. Thank you for meeting with me, your holiness. Your message was most heartfelt. How could I turn down those in need? We are all of the ninth god's children, after all. Oh, I couldn't agree more. And on that subject, the church has been suffering lately, hasn't it? The king hasn't been giving you the support you deserve. Alas, it is true, the king has strayed far from the light of the ninth. It breaks my heart, but a king with so little concern for the spiritual health of the kingdom can scarcely be considered a king at all. Now, Carmen, on the other hand, if they ever find themselves on a throne, they would be sure to make a substantial contribution to the church's coffers. Now, you know I care not for money. I only care about what's best for the kingdom. And what's best for the kingdom is a monarch who cares about the church. I'll lend you our full support gladly. Thank you, your holiness. Go with God. Unfortunately for the king, the power of the church has waned so much that the news of the archbishop's stance is met with a collective shrug. Oh my god, your faith went down, grandees. Your faith went down. That's so good. Oh, fuck. Okay. Must string an army. Along the coastal borders, countless flags flap in the sea breeze. Warships crowd the harbours, unloading hordes of soldiers. The patricians' troops are gathering in vast numbers. Oh, knights above! Think of the expense. Each of these soldiers is another mouth to feed. It's all coming from our pockets. Let's march them off as quickly as possible, please. We're risking more than our profits in this war. Our necks are on the line, so we better be smart about it. And on that subject, I've considered several proposals to further boost our army for the trials ahead. Okay, patricians, you're doing a vote. Unfortunately, 2 of the things are too low, so you can either hire some mercenaries from the Ashmedan Empire, or you can... the existing army will be enough. Not the trade! I mean, nobody needs the trade. Only I need the trade, and I haven't even got a child yet, so. The Ashmeaden mercenaries come highly recommended, but can we really absorb the cost? Their price is extortionate. Of course we can. The price of victory. Think of the future returns. When the Ashmeaden mercenaries arrive on the coast, it becomes apparent how different their customs are from the locals. They pray to Kaldovga, the machine god, and attempt to remind him that the world exists. They claim their swords are alive and will grow angry if sheathed for too long. They bathe every single day. Disgusting, chat. Bathing every single day? Ugh. Ugh. They're perfectly capable of enacting hideous violence in exchange for money, and that's all the patricians need from them. Down. Eek. Your Majesty, Count's army is worthless. Just a few old men and beardless youths. There's really no soldiers left in the east. Without troops, there's not much we can do. I suggest we start negotiating a surrender. Surrender? But they'll kill me. Your marshal shuffles her feet awkwardly. Fanning, how are you? Aye, they will. Our castle walls will keep us safe, surely, for a while. With no army to speak of, you can do nothing but stockpile food. Oh no! And wait for the patricians to come and lay siege. Oh, chat. I really should have paid that fucking witch. Always pay the wizard. Just that time. Quick, Count, rebel as well. Oh. Before long, the great combined army of the patricians and the grandees sprawl outside your city walls. Confident in their victory, they mount an assault immediately. Their fighting lasts all night, and as the sun rises on a scene of carnage and chaos, the main gates were breached at midnight. And since then, you've heard nothing outside but the screams and howls and the clash of blades. Half the capital is in flames. Soldiers rush back and forth, shouting panicked orders. Without your marshal to lead them, they're like headless chickens. Your honor guard is on the streets outside the palace, building a barricade and organizing last-ditch defenses. Vital work, but you're vulnerable without them at your side. The royal court is empty except for you, brooding on your throne. Yes! Depression chair! We're Bo-Kataning this shit, okay? We've got our palace, our own empty palace, and we have our depression chair. We've got our blanket on the depression chair. We've got our armor on, just because you have to have your armor on when you're on your depression chair. And we're just relaxing. And, you know, hopefully no silver-armed Mandalorian-looking ass will come along and try and make us do something, you know? Your husband is long gone. Last night he gathered his retinue and struck out to escape the capital on his own. You offered to accompany him. He refused. A king should die on the throne, he said. You wait and stew. Outside, the screams and clashes get louder. Finally, your spy master arrives, out of breath, her face stained by smoke and blood. They will be here in a moment, your majesty. You must saddle your horse and escape the city. I know of a secret passage. Oh, do I do this? Last time I got killed doing this. And I do have my mercenaries. So... fine, we're escaping. The capital is lost, but you can get it back. The council agrees to shelter you while you plot your revenge. I'll be little more than their puppet king, but you'll be alive. After crawling out of a secret tunnel for what feels like hours, you spill out into a leafy courtyard. A pair of horses are waiting. You saddle them up and hear a wet thud behind you, followed by something rolling across the floor. Your spy master is lying dead on the ground. Her head is missing. Lady Patrician Mimer, 82, stands over the body, flanked by a dozen soldiers with long swords stained red. Not again. I never liked her. Ideas above her station. So you knew about the escape route, the same one that we used last time. Let's talk about this. What's the point in speaking to a dead man? With a triumphant smirk, Lady Patrician Mimer makes a sharp gesture. The coastal soldiers step forward, swords at the ready. I genuinely wish we could have settled this peacefully. War is bad for business. But since you're so unreasonable, I would be more than satisfied to watch you die. Fight! Empty hands can do little against armors and swords. You've given a vicious beating, and the fight drains out of you. Instead of killing you, the soldiers seize you and drag you back towards the palace. Your ordeal isn't over. After rotting in your own dungeon, you're marched out on a public platform, jeered at by thousands of peasants. You cringe under a barrage of rotten fruit and fresh dung, same thing. Lady Patrician Mime 82 sits in the front row, grinning. The rebels have won. The capital has been taken. You are a former king. Your executioner waits silently, holding an axe bigger than you. If you have any last words, now is the time. Is it too late to abdicate? And he chopped off my head. Wait, you suddenly thought of much better last words. Oh no. My head bounces onto Lady Patrician Mime 82's lap, and my reign has come to a gruesome end. Oh, okay, chat. You gotta vote. You gotta vote right now, chat. Who's gonna be the successor? Quick, do a vote. A or B? Patricians or Grandees? Who's gonna win?
Mime 82 cheered. 50 bits. If you prick us, do we not bleed? If you tickle us, do we not laugh? If you poison us, do we not die? And if you wrong us, shall we not revenge?
I'm crying. Oh, patricians are squeezing ahead. There's still time, chat. There's still time to vote. Grandees or patricians. Oh, it's so close. It's so close. Dead people don't cry. That's true. Let's go, Grandees. Do. It's all up to the counts of the kingmakers. Is that it? Is that everybody who's gonna vote? And there's a lot of votes. I'm gonna hit continue. And Euless has won the vote. The patricians have won. The patricians have won. Having lost to the rebellious patricians, King Dominic was dragged out the palace and decapitated in the city square. As a reward for staying loyal to the king, the top counts were beheaded in public. The survivors swore loyalty to the new regime. In private, they swore vengeance. The Grandees joined the rebellion alongside the patricians, but nobody considered them a true contender for the crown. Been won 2 times in a row, yeah. Patricians launched a rebellion that toppled the king and devastated the kingdom. In the aftermath, nobody could stop them from taking the throne. But Carmen was crowned to half-hearted cheers from traumatized common folk. Dominic was usurped. Very sad. Paylan was the wealthiest and Silk the poorest. And the kingdom, a lot of trade for the Grandees. Farming has gone downhill a lot. Military is very high for the patricians. And the Grandees are very faithful. And a lot of defiance. Well, you know what, chat? We'll do it again. I'm gonna play as Euless now. The Tealandia Empire. Headache check. All good, Zaf. Honestly, apart from yesterday. So I went to see the doctor on Wednesday last week. And I had run out of my tablets because I had previously upped my dose, so I'd run out of my tablets. So I had a headache last week, like until Wednesday, and then I picked up some new tablets. I talked to the doctor. They said they were going to go and talk to the people. They were concerned that it might be hormonal, but I said I don't think it is because my hormone levels have been the same for 6 years since I started HRT. So it would have been really weird if it was suddenly hormonal because nothing has changed. Cafish, how are you? But they were going to talk to the headache. There's some headache doctors not far from where we are, like a specialist, neurologist. So they were going to chat with the neurologist. And in the meantime, I was carrying on my higher dose of these tablets. And apart from yesterday, where I felt a little bit funny, I have headache doctors. Well, you know, listen, that's what they specialize in. They're neurologists, alright? That's what they do. Apart from yesterday, I felt really good. I felt okay. And I have had a little tiny eye floaters today, but I'm otherwise okay. So, anyway, we're going to click load. I'm going to let you all type !join. I'm going to very quickly grab a thing of water while you join. And I'll be 2 seconds. Hello. Nightjar? What? Nightjar? Mod check. Overlight? Mod check. How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? Nutritions. We could be loyal to the crown this time around. Not here checking because most mods are on Team Yellow. Oh, I see, I see. I got a Kit Kat Chunky caramel to just munch on quick. Oh. What caramel? But it wasn't you had an Oreo? Don't talk to me about Oreo. I can't deal with it. Chunky ones are the best, that's true. No, no Oreos. One moment. Last bit of Kit Kat and then we'll kick off. Okay. Right. Let's go. Ready, chat? Look at all these gamers. We have got 30 people in. Remember, if you were in, we've started a new one. So if you're there and you're doing a lurk, or you're chilling out, or you're going on a quick break, we lost. We were usurped. And you could do a new join. You've got an exclamation mark join and pronoun. And you'll be in. Green team is pretty chonky. Got a lot of money. Hopefully yellow will get some more friends. Imanki, thank you for the follow. Lost Gerbil as well, thank you for the follow. How are you doing? How are you doing? Your Majesty, the history books don't look kindly on usurpers. Unless, of course, they prove themselves worthy of the throne they have stolen. When you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? Okay, what's my plan this time? I might... If I pick military, do I have to raise everybody's military? Might be total value. I'm gonna say as a conqueror. A warrior king is sure to be remembered fondly if he wins more battles than he loses. I suggest over the next few years you focus on improving the kingdom's overall military as much as possible. Once you have an heir, I will return to discuss your ambition, how your ambition is progressing. Good luck, Your Majesty. We did it! By the 9th! Why, we had to pull some strings, but we got you that crown, just as we said you would. As we said we would. Words are hard in my brain. Now, just remember to uphold your end of the deal. You're not really a king, wink. It's more like an employee of the patricians. Now, what the coast wants, the coast gets. Spoken like a true and loyal servant. Now introduce yourself to the rest of the council, but don't forget what I told you today. An honor to finally make your acquaintance, Your Majesty. Omnicram, may you escape the doom that befell your predecessor. Just like his predecessor before him tried to escape down the escape tunnel, didn't they? Got beheaded, didn't they? Ha 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 ha! Oh, it happened again. Oh, these silly bastards. Oh, they thought they could escape. Oh dear. May the 9th God bless your reign, Your Holiness. I trust you will conduct yourself with honor and faith. What do you think? Will he be a good little king and do as he's told, champ? Oscar, it's too early to tell, but we should have a backup plan just in case. Trade goes up, coast is happy. True. They do love them trades, the ghost. They do love them trades. They love them crabs. Your Majesty, you may have won the throne from King Dominic, but you still must answer to the council. As is tradition, they decide what happens at your coronation. Should I change my waterproof robes then, chat? Maybe for the best, Your Majesty. Shall we call in the nobles? Should we try? Can we pick something that's not the river? I'm gonna veto the river. We're gonna see something different for once, chat. We're gonna pick something else. Oh yeah, we had a bet. We had a bet going last time. Okay. Oh yeah, D is military up, which was the patricians won. Yep. Okay, so the troops are gonna bear the shing king through the streets on a shield. I combined all of the words together. Okay, it's something new. Soldiers from across the kingdom take part in the parade. They're even outfitted in impressive new equipment for the occasion. Oh, the coast's military is now unbeatable. Holy shit. Okay, so what I've got to do is not raise the defiance at all. I've got to bend over backwards to please all of you in chat. Because if you ever rebel, shit's gonna go bad. As you climb up onto the shield and hold your sword aloft, you realize that this is not going to be easy. Your arm quickly starts to hurt, your soldiers stagger and groan under your weight. Sure enough, one of your shield bearers trips on loose cobblestone and drops you face first into a puddle in full view of half the city. And the only thing hurt is your pride. Oh, that's true. The other militaries, we've got to get them up. Fellow patricians of the coast, I have it on good authority that King Eulus plans to betray us. Crown me and I'll keep my promises. Okay, patricians, what do you want to do? Lowest ability, lowest defiance, or raise others' defiance? This is green patrician gang's vote. So on stream, remember you should be able to see on the overlay who you are. Or you could just vote anyway and see what happens. That's one way of doing it. Bing bing! Okay, lowest defiance. Perfect. That's what I like. Okay, gone doppelganger again. Classic. The patricians plan to swap the real king for a perfect doppelganger. First they must gain the trust of the spy master. Okay, lowest defiance. Okay, who's next? The counts. Sasa. My fellow counts, in ancient times the East was its own proud kingdom. We can bring back those days of glory, but not while the false king Eulus wears the crown. Why is it always the doppelganger? I don't know, chat just loves it. So, highest farming, lower own faith, or lower own defiance. Also, Zaf has done another prediction in chat, if you want to do a prediction on who will win. Not seen Doppelganger actually work yet. It keeps getting very close. But it's not quite paid off. Bing bing! Wow, there's not very many counts, and they've done oh, never mind. Lower own faith. Okay, ascension. Okay. A certain Sisyphus effect of first patricians when you consider we keep installing our own people on the throne and 5 years later we depose them again. Yeah, it's just like, you know what? I don't trust this guy. I'm gonna be in charge. Everybody's like, oh, that's a great idea. What scheme should the counts pursue? They're going to lower their own faith. The counts plan to induct the king into a secret cult and offer his immortality in exchange for the throne. First, they must reduce the power of the Eastern Church. To advance the scheme, the counts must lower their faith to 4 or less in 3 seasons. Oh dear. A false pretender occupies the throne while my claim is ignored. Grandees of the South, this is a stain on our honor. We must not allow it to go unanswered. Okay, Grandees, what are you voting for? Highest faith? Farming? Or lowering the overall stability of the kingdom? Fabia is Fabalius? Fabiorillus? Highest faith? God, what's Witch Hunt? Have we seen Witch Hunt yet? Normally the Grandees one is, every one time they keep doing is raising themselves to be a thing from God. Lekasi, how are you? Zane, how are you? Okay, highest faith. Well, already, everybody has already completed their goals so far. Yep, that's exactly it, champ. Exactly. There's all sorts of heresy in the capitals, and the Grandees intends to expose it. First, they must ensure the South is beyond reproach. To advance their schemes, the Grandees must be the region with the highest faith in 3 seasons. Ooh. Okay, everybody's doing really well, and I'm here, I guess. Let's pick our honor guard, chat. As is tradition, Each region offers a selection of elite guards, the counts and knights of the Order of the Drowned Rose, the patricians and the gladiators of the region. Think carefully, Your Majesty. These guards' loyalties will be divided between you and their region. You'll be taking the gladiators, Your Majesty. None of the other options are half as muscly. How's stream? It's going good, it's nice. Calling my doctors back in the US, trying to figure out FFS before I turn 26 and my insurance disappeared. Oh gosh. Yeah, get it sorted. Get it sorted. Do you really want merchants as your personal guard? I'm trying to decide. If we pick patricians, then Defiance will remain the same. If we pick the Grandees, they'll expose our heresy, and the Battlelands will decapitate us where we stand. If we pick the Counts, I don't even remember what the Counts were scheming. Something about faith. The Battlelands are cool, but I think that... Yeah. It's tricky. It's tricky. Should we go for foreign mercenaries again? Or I'm tempted to go no guard. Honestly, I am tempted. I am tempted. We're doing mercenaries again. Your esteemed highness, how could you choose them? I will make the arrangements at once. The battle-bitten brethren arrive a few weeks later. Excellent. They didn't protect you last time? That's true. They did. But they didn't. Your fears are assuaged by their commander, a grey-haired man who calmly explains the service they provide. As long as the coin doesn't run out, they'll sacrifice themselves to the very last man. Excellent. Hey chat, there's a new trend happening. Lord Patrician Baron, it's here to see you, Your Majesty. He wants to sell you a crab. Of course he does. There's the latest trend among the coast, Your Majesty. The crabs, they're back. Your Majesty, they're back. Yes, it's been a few years. You remember the crabs, don't you, Your Majesty? They're wearing them as his own new pet. They're so rare that one can sell as much for a mansion. Very well, send him in. Thank you for seeing us, Your Majesty. I know the price is steep, but I assure you, crabs will only go up in value. Why waste everyone's time? I'll make the sale of jeweled crabs illegal again, chat. Of course, such a drastic measure will require a vote. You summon the council at once. Okay, chat, do we ban the crabs again? Do we repeat the same mistakes of the previous king? Or do we refuse to ban the crabs? Now, if you remember, last time we banned the crabs, it became a crab farming crime syndicate. True, that also, yes, we don't want to raise defiance. That's also true, Squid. Oh my god. Oh, I was really hoping that would follow on last time and be like, ha ha ha! The crabs are back! The council refuses to pass your law. Over the next few weeks, the sale of crabs along the coast become more and more frenzied, and prices grow to jaw-dropping heights. They were right, they were going to increase in price. Oh well. So happy right now. Excuse me. Ugh. The South has been prosperous of late, but my tax collectors are reporting suspicious coins in their latest takings. The whole region is awash with fake money. Council needs to act. Okay, chat. Do we tell everyone in the South to examine their coins and return any duds, which will reduce trade in the South, reduce overall stability, and reduce overall authority? Do we offer a substantial reward for counterfeiters that are caught, which will use all of our money and instantly kill us? Or do we order our artificers to invent a new coin that's harder to counterfeit? I think we're gonna veto B. I don't really want to instantly lose the game, you know? That would be pretty unfortunate. That would be a little sad, instantly losing the game. Okay, I kind of like the idea of C, but everybody wants A. Do. I've got to get everybody's defiance back down. Whoopoo! Town criers across the south ring their bells and order townsfolk to beware forged coins. Unfortunately, the result is a complete loss of trust in the king's coinage. Southern townsfolk barter goods instead, while merchants ask for foreign currencies. Oh dear. Oh dear, chat. Oh dear. Well, that was that season. Okay, so, what do we want to fund, chat? Do we want to increase farming in the Count's land? Reduce faith in the Count's land? Increase faith in the Grandee's land? Or increase overall stability? Or do we want to decrease farming in the Patrician's land? Or increase the overall authority? There you go, chat. Them's your votes. Them's the breaks, chat. Them's the breaks. No military building. I know. Very sad. We can dream. We can dream. Okay. Okay. Gotta reduce the faith more? I mean, you've hit your goal. Bob's chin, spending my money? I think not. Unknown, how are you? Yeah, we're back. So, there's no stream tomorrow. Wait, there would normally we stream on Thursday, but there won't be tomorrow. There won't be a stream next Thursday either. But I think I might do a stream next Tuesday because Star Wars Jedi Survivor comes out. So I think I might stream that next week. Arthur Figures, thank you for the follow. But there'll be another stream on Wednesday, on Friday, and another stream on Saturday this week, hopefully. That's the plan. So, the farming in the Patrician's land has gone down, and the Grandee's faith has gone up. Okay. What's this? Can't read it, it's behind the other sign. Finding myself a spouse, chat. Your Majesty, it's important to find yourself a spouse sooner rather than later. I'll take the liberty of finding eligible candidates. What's your preference, men? Women, don't you mind? Women, please. Thank you, Your Majesty. I'll send out messengers to the most influential noble families in the kingdom and see what they have to offer. My goal is raise military. It's an easy enough decision. You'll marry into the Patricians as we agreed before you took the throne, right? Right? The Wandering Bard. When a humble bard. Your Majesty, a traveling bard. She says she has come to compose a song for you. I'm not just any bard, Your Highness. I'm the best in the land. Sally Six Fingers to call me. Song you say about me? Why, of course. In fact, I have a tune verse already, but I saved my best work for you, my king. I thought it would be Bard Fisty. That would have been great, wouldn't it? Oh, it would have been great. Maybe it is Bard Fisty, and they've taken the adage Sally Six Fingers to cover up from the fact that they're named after a previous leader of the country. Teach them to fear me. I will do, Your Highness, absolutely. Give me but a few weeks and everyone in the Crownlands will know of your might. Pray, I need only but a small payment of 500 gold for the time, a discount rate for one such esteemed as yourself. Pay you? Don't be silly, I'm the king. Very well, take your money. Oh, you know what? Take 1,000. I can't... Just a small loan of 500 gold. I'm gonna 50% this. The bard nods enthusiastically and heads out to do your bidding. The song has the desired effect, and everyone is impressed by your regal bearing. I'm very regal. Season 1 bankruptcy. It's looking pretty bad. I don't mean to exaggerate, Your Highness, but I believe I have pioneered the most incredible invention in the history of mankind. I was hosting a small party playing cards with some old friends. I called for a servant to bring me something to eat that was both tasty and convenient, as my hands were occupied. My servant brought me that evening will change the world forever, Your Grace. Sounds like your servant invented it. Yes, and he's my employee, so I own the idea. It's only fair. Behold! He holds in the air a plate. Atop the plate are 2 slices of bread with a piece of meat wedged between them. It allows the hungry noble to consume 2 slices of bread plus meat all at once, saving valuable time. Meanwhile, the bread serves as an impregnable barrier, preventing one's hands from being besmirched by meaty juices. Oh my gosh, he invented a fucking sandwich. Yep, we gotta step on the sandwich. You've gotta wrap it up in some cling film and step on it to make sure it's flat, Dunny. Alright. You're correct. Magnificent! Naturally, since it is my invention, I propose we name it after me. In a few years' time, I'll expecting everyone to enjoy a nice Tears HTML for lunch. Tasty. But naturally, this invention cannot be made available for free. Every time a Tears HTML is consumed, I expect a small royalty payment. Okay, so chat, what's our laws? Are we going to give Tears the royalties he deserves? Tears HTMLs are too delicious to be controlled. Or the servant should be rewarded instead. What was his name again? I want to vote for A. There you go, chat. No, we don't want the defiance to go up. We want to keep that defiance down. Down with defiance. Down with defiance. No, chat. What are you doing? Vote A is the Viz story route. Listen, keep that defiance down. Vote for A. Give Tears the money that he deserves. He invented a sandwich. Crying. Crying. Can't believe you just want to up the defiance, chat. He's probably not even alive anymore. Okay. Blood and stars! He wouldn't have invented a snack if I hadn't specifically requested a convenient meal. Despite Tears' protestations, the servant is brought before you. Hello, Your Majesty. Most people call me Footlong due to me, large feet. Footlong. I like the sound of that. Oh my god. That's a good name. It is decided. Henceforth, this dish shall be known as a footlong. Footlongs prove massively popular luncheon. Bakeries spring up across the east, experimenting with new ingredients. Turns out you could put almost anything between 2 pieces of bread. Oh my god. It's gone from a Boba stream to a G1. That's the season. Anchored a few miles from the sunny coast, noble patrician Weird Harry has invited their closest confidants aboard their yacht. You said you had a surprise for me? Indeed, here it is. Behold. Your Majesty, what are you doing here at such an hour? I'm sorry, I hope you didn't overhear any. Everybody always falls for this. Quit babbling, you blowhard. That's not the king. It's a peasant I've dressed to look exactly like the king. It's his spitting image. Oh, it's so funny. Oh, we've had him around the local taverns singing songs. It's remarkable. Remarkable. Just in time, the Spy Master. Words are very hard right now, chat. The Spy Master trusts us so much that she has not noticed that we're refitting more of our merchant vessels into battleships. Military can't go any higher. That means we can move on to our next phase, kidnapping the king and putting his fool in his place. How do we manage that? We need the kingdom to be in utter chaos, bad enough that the king's abduction can slip past unnoticed. The next stage, the patricians must lower the stability to 4 or less. Master Spy Master, what are we going to do? Master Spy Master. I'm going to common taxes, chat. I mean, it's very little money, but I can't afford to put the stability up. Probably should have put the... Never mind, it's too late. Master Skywalker. So, the counts are on the verge of rebellion. Not sure they want to rebel so soon with 1 military score, but they're there. Let's have a look at my eligible options. And a partner for life. Chancellor, a partner for life. The Chancellor leads you to a great hall where they've arranged portraits and easels, chat. Alright, let's see my eligible bachelorettes. The prediction's about to end, chat. This is the last time to do a betting. They whisk away the cloth on the first portrait. This is Natashka, the eldest daughter of the Eastern Genzane dynasty. Apparently, they had a hell of a time getting her to smile for this portrait. She's not smiling. See that beautiful fur coat she's wearing? I'm not sure that's fur. She's, wolf pelt. She hunted it herself. She did have to suppress a peasant revolt on her land recently. I wonder why. She is very handsome, I know. From the coast we have Petronella, the wealthy heiress to Lord Patrician Arthur Figgis' estate. I mean, just look at her. She's gorgeous. Apparently she has a silver tongue too, if you know what I mean. Wink wink. See, the first time we played the game, we had our mother, and our mother was like, oh, this person's got a silver tongue, if you know what I mean. Wink 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 wink. And we were like, mother! Oh my gosh. And nobody said it again. Money, 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 and money. She loves money. Finally, from the south, Serafina. Overlight! Wait, somebody get Overlight right now. Oh. Wait. So Overlight's Final Fantasy 14 character is called Serafina. She got the heart of a northern winter. She's very frosty. No one got that then? Yeah, it's an in-joke. Can you see that? No, that's okay then. Naughty, naughty thing popping up. Hello, yes, I'm here to say marry. Oh, hi, Overlight. Like many in the south, she claims to put her faith in the night god. She plans to change the world. I don't like the look of her. What do you think? Of course, by picking a candidate, you'll anger the other regions, who gain a lifelong alliance. I have made my decision, chat. I'm gonna pick Natashka of the East. That's right, Overlight. That's right. Listen, she was beautiful, alright? I've got a beautiful wife. I did need to unanger the counts. Your treasury is almost empty, your highness. What do you suggest we do? Well, apart from raising the taxes, we have precious few options. You could get a bank loan, sell off crown jewels, perhaps crack open your predecessors' tombs. Most were buried with gold, so I've heard. I own the Royal Mint, don't I? Make more coins. Should we take a hefty loan from the bank? I'm going to take a hefty loan from the bank. Salvantingal operates from the fabulous wealthy Republic of Kurth all the way across the Western Sea. They assure you, however, They maintain total independence from the Republic. Banker they send to take your signature, has delicate hands and sharp teeth. He watches as you put pen to paper, eyes glittering. You're making an excellent decision, Your Majesty. You also pay us back with 5% interest in 1 year. Saddling the kingdoms in debt isn't great optics, but you had no other choice. Okay, so we took 3k. We've got to give 25% back. So we're going to have to make some fucking money, chat. Otherwise, we're going to be in deep doo-doo. Deep doo-doo. Eek. Your Majesty, the common folk in the south still don't trust our coins. They've gone back to bartering with chickens and bushels of wheat. If we don't do something to win back their trust soon, the economy will completely implode. Well, I don't want to spend the money. I gotta pay it back. Forcibly buy all the chickens and wheat and other barter goods. Doesn't really seem like a good option. Or the South should adopt a foreign currency instead, which lowers both our stability and our authority and increases defiance. Or, without having done anything, claim to solve the crisis. What a fucking big dick move. That's some fucking Tory politician bullshit. We fixed the solution. There is nothing to be done. Okay, I don't really know what to do apart from telling you not to vote for A. So Godspeed, chat. I don't know. Honestly, I think we kind of just do C and we pray that we hit that 35%. That's kind of the dream, I think. Honestly, that's the dream. Ooh. Okay. C is winning. C is winning. Let's go. RNG roll time. Let's fucking go. You ready? You ready? You travel the length and breadth. No, he failed. Length and breadth of the South, giving triumphant but vague speeches about how you solved the currency crisis. Unfortunately, common folk don't trust your word as much as they do your coins. They keep on happily bartering with random assortment of farmyard animals. Oh, my stability went down. Farming is now very good in the south, and the trade is very bad, and the stability is very bad. Oh no, chat. Oh no. Why is it all going wrong? In a tiny village far to the east, two counts meet in a derelict tavern. No one dares even glance in their direction. Another priest left my estate today. He said there was no sense in preaching to the truly lost. I heard the same across the east. We are no longer trapped under the church's thumb. We must not falter. The king grows proud. We can offer him the ultimate reward, immortality. For the next stage of their scheme, the counts must raise authority to 5 or more. Okay. That's good for us. That's good. In the picturesque castle overlooking a southern city of Calaville, two grandees lie on their backs enjoying the sun, chat. Praise be! Whispers of our plan have reached the peasants, and they are in uproar. They call for the sins of the king to be laid bare. I already have leads on information from inside the palace that we can use against the king. It's only a matter of time. Half a jeweled crab. I'll give you half a jeweled crab for that mansion. We have the High Inquisitor on our side, but we must also sow dissent among the other regions. We won't succeed alone. Zaf Grandee of the South. Look at this Zaf. Look at this Zaf looking ass. For the next stage of their scheme, the Grandees must raise other regions' defiance to a combined total level of at least 8, or ensure another region begins rebellion in 3 seasons. Zaf famously bald. Yep, absolutely. Swing votes, or increased authority, or yeah, let's do that one. Okay, so we've got 2 Verge of Rebellion nerds. Fantarian, how are you? So, the Royal Wedding! Your wedding to Natashka is naturally the talk of the kingdom. A big party chat. It feels like you're the only one not taking part, instead you're getting ready for the ceremony. Soon enough, you're standing at St. Bertrand's Cathedral, just like we've been here before. I do. Then I pronounce you king and wife. After the wedding, of course, there's a feast, and after a feast, a dance. And your wife, Natashka, refuses to dance at all, preferring instead to brood in the corner. It's very fair. I feel that. I feel that in my soul. By the time you find yourself alone with Natashka, it's past midnight, and you've never felt more tired. Want to see what team you're in? You're in... I might be blind. Ah, you're in accounts. Apparently I was blind. Also, thank you for the follow. Goth girlfriend? Exactly. See, I got hot goth girlfriend overlay, okay? So it's fine. Did you see the 8 crows perched on the church tower as we walked into the cathedral? A dire omen. Perhaps you're right. The peasants have the right idea. They get married for love, not for politics. Oh, to live a simple life of a commoner. There, we're both in this together. You comfort Natashka long into the night, listening as she expresses her doubt and fears. As dawn breaks, she falls asleep on your shoulder, exhausted. Oh, we did it! We got to have a cuddle. If only I was poor. Oh, if only I was like the poor common folk. Oh, they have it so easy. Not like me. Ugh. Oh. The crabs, chat, the crabs. Bad news, your majesty! A new reef has been discovered which is overflowing with millions of jeweled crabs. Crab prices are crashing catastrophically. It must have been from that fucking wizard last time, do you remember? Years ago, do you remember? There was the previous king, he hired a wizard, okay, to get rid of the crabs. And now they've come back in force, they have. How could this be? The entire kingdom will suffer financially, your majesty, with the exception of a few patricians. Curiously, Lord Patrician Berraro, the very same patrician who first began the crab craze, recently sold all of his crabs at a huge profit, just days before the crash. That is unbelievable. Oh my god, look at... Okay, so everybody's wealth has decreased apart from Berraro's, whose wealth increased by 1,500 gold. That's so fucking rich. Something must be done. You summon a council to discuss the crab price crisis. Many assembled nobles have invested heavily in the crab market, and they're casting furious glances at the patricians' benches. Bail out the failed business along the coast, which might get us money back in return, so that might not be a terrible thing to do. Arrest Lord Patrician Berraro and confiscate his ill-gotten gold, which is also a pretty pog. Or let the coast suffer the full consequences of this crisis. That will lower our stability. Confiscating the gold will lower our stability, though. I do think if we bail out the businesses, we might make our money back. Crypto crabs were a scam. But if we put more money into it, chat, will we make that money back? If we put more money into the crypto, I have got to believe. Ooh, this is tricky. I need the guaranteed don't do it. C is guaranteed gold. So I'm going to say if we vote for C, we'll increase the authority. So counts, you want to vote for C because that will increase the authority. And also patricians, you want to vote for C because it will decrease the stability. Oh, well, it's tricky. I love the crabs came back again. I love that. I love that they continue to be a plague. A plague on both our houses. A wise choice, my king. Voting is closed. Ba-ba! Oh, look how fucking rich as fuck we are right now. Okay, so our authority's gone up. The trade on the coast has gone down to just fucking nothing. Defiance in the coast has gone up. The stability is now unstable. Treasury has gone way up, and Barrero's money has gone back down. Goblin. Outraged patricians protest that your actions are illegal and make a mockery of the law. Don't you know they know that you're the king? Ridiculous. Was that it? No, there's one. Grandi Merlinovich rushes into the council chamber, breathless and in disarray. By Xenia's ashes, you look like you haven't slept for weeks, says Silk. It's because I've been placed under a curse. Look, my hair's falling out in chunks. Perhaps you're ill, or old. It was one of my peasants. I saw it in her eyes. She's an evil witch! 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 Remember that thing? Fuck, what was it from? Was it Horrible Histories? I don't know if it was Horrible Histories, was it? It was something else. I don't think it was Monty Python. Oh, I don't remember. It was funny. It probably was Horrible Histories. Sorry, I've got no head. I can't find it though. Can't find the clip. Feels bad, man. Anyway, moving on. So, what do we do with Merlin's curse? Zaf, how did you find this? This is it. Wait, how do I pause? Okay, here we go. This is very important, chat. Hello? Desktop capture. Peepers. Mod check. Oh, for God's sake. God's sake. Why is this not working? That's the wrong desktop. What a fucking dum-dum. There you go. Okay. See, that was Merlin. There you go. So, no, random garbage, very loud video. I'm saved. Okay. Gosh. So, that was that was Merlin. So, what are we doing to the witch? Are we going to have her tested for 100% faith roll, chat? Are we going to send scholars to the southern lands to find an explanation? 30% stability roll. Or are we going to have the accursed Merlin sent to the east to relax, which will change faith and increase trade? I'm going to say we're going to vote, chat. You ready? You ready? So, witch tested, 100% faith, or Merlin relaxes in the east? It's a nice relax. I kind of want to see what happens if Merlin gets tested, and then it turns out that he is in fact cursed. That would be pretty funny. Also, Zaf, thank you for finding that video. I couldn't remember what it was from. I don't get tested, the witch gets tested? No! Oh, that's true. Oh, damn it, you're right. Doo-doo! You arrange for a priestess of the ninth god to question the accused. The church does not look kindly upon witches, particularly if they're causing a noble cursing a noble for no reason. After several days of questioning and burning of incense, the priestess makes her announcement. The accused is innocent. Things settle down and Merlin eventually admits to some new pomade being to blame for his hair troubles. Merlin. For God's sake, Merlin. For God's sake. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Is that the end? That's it? That's that season done? And bing. Okay, this isn't good. Everybody's on number 2. They're all these scheming bastards. Okay. A proposition. Your Majesty, I have an idea. The best since the lined parchment, I dare say. An expedition. To Kerr! Kerr? Who's that? The vastness of Kerr, Your Majesty. The great and unexplored, untamed continent is far across the eastern sea. Kerr! You have a lot of wealth at the moment, Your Highness. It's just sitting around collecting dust. Why not make a sound investment and send explorers to Kerr? Who knows what they might find? Treasure, rare materials, ancient history, and new disease? She's a bit too animated when she says the word disease. Sounds like a fine idea. Her eyes light up from behind her spectacles. A wonderful news! I shall make preparations immediately. Expect a brief on your desk very soon. Okay, well, I guess we'll see how much that's gonna cost. Your esteemed Highness, the scholars, guru, and great thinkers of the East have invented a new farming implement. Some kind of horse-drawn machine that automatically reaps and threshes grain. They call it a wheat eater, and it's revolutionizing agriculture. It would be a great use to us on the coast. Our farms are struggling to keep up with demand, you know. We will not share these designs with the likes of you, coastal leech. Our people worked hard on that machine, and we deserve to reap its rewards, not you. Wheaters. So, Dewey. Excuse me, Abyssal.
Abyssal_o. Just resubscribed. Vibe a whole year vibe.
Wheat. Why are you saying wheat like Stewie Griffin? Wheat. Will Wheaton. Oh. Abyssal_o. Yeah. Abyssal, thank you so much for the whole year. Eclipse, how are you? Okay, so, we want, forced accounts to distribute the designs, increases defiance, and increases farming. Compensate the counts for the invention and share it with the other regions. Decreases our treasury, and increases the wealth of everyone else, I assume, and the farming of everyone else. Leave the machines to the east only increases defiance and farming. Halt the production of these machines. They're an affront to honest farmers everywhere. True! Compensate. But that will cost me money, and I like money. There you go, chat, do a vote. Vote as you will, chat, vote as you will. The wheel wheaves as the wheel whills, chat, okay? As Will Wheaton likes to say. Oh, the music. Oh, okay. D it is. So, we have voted to... What? You can't be serious! Is this what we get for being forward thinkers? This isn't what we asked for. We wanted the machines. The sudden ban on the new reaping machines reverses the progress made in the East, and then some. Bewildered farmers are confronted by preachers decrying the devilish reaping machines. Oh dear. Oh dear, the fucking grandees like that. Oh god. Oh god, chat. Back from the hunt. Eluus, dearest, I have something for you. Oh, thank you, Natashka. It's something I brought back from my latest hunt, a trophy. Natashka takes you by the hand and leads you to the Great Hall, where a white sheet hangs from some statue that wasn't there before. When she pulls the sheet free and falls to the floor, the taxidermied figure of a great brown bear is revealed, snarling in anger as if ready to attack. Fearsome, this will be perfect for instilling some fear into the nobles. It's scaring off the servants, get it out of here! I bet we could sell this for a decent amount. Or this would make a fine gift for one of my nobles. I think, Natashka, darling, it's lovely, it's fearsome, it'll infer some fear into the nobles. The bear makes a fine addition to the council chambers. Your nobles give it a nervous glance every time you enter the room. Excellent. Pink Fang, how are you? Rita machines would be a disaster for a human race? What do you mean? In the mood for some good conspiring? Well, join the club. Okay. It's funding time. So, counts. In the Count's land, you can either up the authority or lower the faith. In the Grandee's land, you can up the military or lower the authority. In the Patrician's land, you can lower the farming or lower the stability. Here's your votes, chat. Do your funding. Get that military. Oh, yeah, get that lovely Grandee's military up. Am I right, people? Am I right, fellow people? Wait, Merlin, Zaf, what are you talking about? Oh, the Wheel of Time. I assume the series is coming out this summer. Lost my money to the crab scam? Oh, you shouldn't have invested in those crab FTs. Crab fungible tokens. Hey, Pads, do you want to go out? Do you want to go out, Paddy? Padfoot's been in here recently. She doesn't normally come in my room. She normally come upstairs. You, Paddy. Okay. Now, that's the door. Down. Off you go. She's gone. Oh, camera went very weird there, didn't it? Crazy. Okay, so you've chosen to lower my stability, for which I am very sad. But you've chosen to increase the military, for which I am very glad. So, stability's getting real low. It's getting real low, chat. The sun's getting real low. Right, there's a lot of stuff happening here. A bizarre report. Your Majesty, I'm receiving worrying reports. Worrying and confusing. I'm constantly worried and confused. Yes, Your Majesty, I did get that impression. I've received reports from one of the little birdies in noble patrician Weird Aries villa. They have a most unusual guest. Let me guess, the second god himself. No. It's you, Your Majesty, or someone who looks just like you. I have no reason to suspect the patricians are plotting anything, and yet I can't square this away. Fortunately, I can't devote too many resources to solving this puzzle with the kingdom in such a lamentable state. Too busy fighting fires elsewhere. I recommend you call a meeting of the council to do something to put a stop to this. Very well, assemble the council at once. Triple the security around the palace. Conduct a thorough search of the coastal villas, delaying the scheme for 1 season. Or do nothing. I am going to say that we will veto do nothing. Okay, chat, what are we doing? Are we searching? Are we delaying their thing for a time? The coastal plans, or are we tripling the security? Twix Daddy, how are you? Books on board. It's a lovely day today. I think I might go out for a walk when we finish the stream. What a lovely day. Okay, we're tripling the guard around the palace. Tripling the guard. Okay, our stability has gone up. Our authority has gone down. We spent some money. That should help keep you safe, but the nobles think this is a display of weakness. There are rumors that you're slipping into paranoia. Moomidst. What do you mean it's been raining all day? No, it's lovely. Witch hunt. Witch. Thank you for the follow. I've gathered some reports from the south. The grandees are among the regions scheming against you. That's no surprise there. They're smearing you as an impious, unholy king. They have inquisitors digging up evidence as we speak. I should go to church more. Oh, that won't help. You could be the holiest saint in the kingdom and they'll still find an excuse to call you a sinner. I suggest you strengthen your relationship with the other regions. You'll want them on your side when the grandees increase the pressure. Sadly, your popularity with the nobles leaves something to be desired. They're likely working with the inquisitors already, providing them with damning information. We should put a stop to this. Okay, do we restrict the inquisitors' power throughout the kingdom, reducing faith, defiance, and stability? Monka S. Or do we bury the inquisitors under a mountain of false accusations, delaying the scheme for a season? Or do we leave the inquisitors to their business? I'm gonna put that on B. Godspeed, chat. Do a voting. Do a voting, chat. What do we want? When do we want it? Now. Look at these grandees. Voting for C. Thinking they're all grandee. This is unbelievable. It's unbelievable, chat. Ooh, this is close. This is close, chat. Any more Vivo? Oh god, it's 50-50. This is not good. Although went a little robo for me there. That was weird. I did hear a little crackle. Who's the traitor? Doesn't tell me. We'll never know. Or will we? Nope, we'll never know. Ooh, a little cheeky B vote at the end. I was gonna choose B, but... Within days, the non-grandee nobles flood the Inquisitor with tips on each other for every possible sin. Eating veal on Sundays, buying a crossbow made of the wrong type of wood, wearing trousers backwards, wearing trousers forwards for its effective stalling tactic, for now. The Grandee's stat goal will not be evaluated until the end of next season. Oh, okay, chat, the rest of you have bought yourselves some time. Anyway, about my heir. Your marriage to Natasha has grown strong and steady, like an old castle. Though it began as a political arrangement, it's blossomed into something like love. It's high time you thought about an heir. Congratulations are in order. The royal wedding was a magnificent affair. There's still something missing. You need an heir. We would need someone young whose loyalty is assured. My wife and I are going to have a child together. Ah, the traditional method. No one will object to that. I'll arrange for you to take a month off from ruling so you can, get down to business. Bog love. No, Saf. No bog loves. No bog loves in this chat. No. No. No bog sacks. No. Somewhere along the coast, noble patrician Weird Harry strolls their olive grove accompanied by a close friend. The kingdom's on the brink of chaos. It's perfect. We have to strike. What do you intend us to do? Swoop in and kidnap the king in full view of the honor guard and the palace watch? And no, of course not. We need to use the chaos to our advantage. We have two options. Okay, patricians, what are you voting for? Raise your own defiance or lower your own farming? close, close. Oh, they're very split. You misread? Oh no. I mean, both of these are pretty reasonable. Honestly. You could do both. Defiance is probably slightly easier. Okay, well. They have voted for lower own farming. So the patricians now want to lower their farming. If the coast is gripped with famine, we can convince the king to come and visit us. Kiss babies, hand out footlongs, that sort of thing. The footlongs! The fucking footlongs, chat! Let's fucking go. Rhea, mwah, beautiful inclusion of the footlongs. Just right back in there. That was beautiful. Amazing. That's when we strike. One king rides to the coast, another king rides home. Your genius knows no bounds, but what about our own citizens? Won't they starve? You know what they say. Can't make an omelette without starving a few peasants. The final stage of their scheme, the patricians must lower their farming to 2 or less. Okay. It's taxing time. We're taxing people. Who do we want to tax? It looks like kinda everybody's pretty happy. And we don't really want to increase the defiance. So I might just common tax. I know, I'm gonna common tax them. I'm common taxing. Okay. Okay. Hey chat, it's the crabs. After months of delay, Lord Patrician Berraro is finally due to stand trial for his crab-related market manipulation. You stand accused of perpetrating fraud and tricking hundreds of buying expensive crabs. How do you plead? I'm only guilty of making money, so I broke a few laws along the way. Is that a crime? Yes, obviously. I pronounce you guilty as charged, and your fate will be decided by the king. Do I pardon the offender? Imprison the guilty party? Or hang the scoundrel? Dun dun dun. I think... Death by crab? Oh my fucking god. Death by 1,000 crab. That's tricky. It's real tricky. I can't pick the bottom one. I kind of want to this will change the defiance. So I don't think that. I guess we've got to imprison. Lord Patrician Berraro is dragged away in chains, wailing for clemency. Most of the nobles watching agree that justice has been done, except for the patricians, of course. Please, your majesty. Your Berraro has young children. Who is supposed to pay for the upkeep of his villa? Imagine if the sound alert. Imagine that sound alert happened, Sag. Okay, so prying eyes. Squid, your grace. You are, of course, the greatest king of this century. Is there something you're after? Your majesty, I seek to only tell you the truth as I plain see. But your power could be even greater. Death comes for us all, but what if it didn't have to? What if you could be the greatest king of all millennia? What are you saying? Simply that there are opportunities for your reign for you to reign beyond what you would have imagined, your highness. I believe you are strong enough to take them. I can arrange more meetings so that we can discuss this matter further. The door bursts open. So he got to you first, no matter. The counts have agents everywhere, and they've been building up your strength, but there's something more sinister afoot. Their ultimate aim is to recruit you into a cult of immortal blood drinkers. What a tale! All I want is to help the king. They have been helping me a great deal. Count Squiddo shoots you a quick smile. The Inquisitor looks furious. This is heresy of the highest order. The council must know. How will the Eastern cult sniffing around the king be stopped, chat? Will we force the monarch to officially refuse to join this cult, lowering my authority? prevent the counts from seeking private audiences with the king, delaying the scheme for a season, or leave the counts to their business. I'm gonna veto C. Maybe I shouldn't. I'm gonna monarch's choice B. Voting A won't do anything, though, because the authority isn't going to get lowered enough. If you vote A, it isn't going to lower the authority enough for it to matter. So B is the smarter choice, if you want to stop the counts. Stop the count! Oh my fucking god. Oh, Jesus. God's sakes. Big bing! Okay, B it is. B it is. It would change the story. I want to see an immortal king. True. True! Somehow, your schedule becomes chock full of nobles demanding your attention. Your Majesty, sandstorms have been sweeping across the southern farmlands. There's bound to be a crop sorted next year. Never mind that. One of the best boat builders on the coast has died, and the patricians are trying to decipher her notes. They make no sense at all. More and more visits take up your time. Some important, many decidedly not. You have no chance to speak with the counts at all. The count stat goal will not be evaluated until the end of next season. Okay, the expedition to Kerr. We don't really want to have to pay this back. Your Majesty, I have those plans we discussed about the expedition to Kerr. I thought you were taking care of that for me. Of course, Your Highness, but there are important decisions to be made. Alright, show me. First, we need to decide who has the honor of building your ship. Tell me about the patrician ship. The patricians offer a construct of mighty galleon in your name. It will be pricey, but unmatched in quality. Tell me about the Grandee's ship. The Grandees are hoping to make a small but swift vessel, known as a Now, to carry your expedition across the Eastern Sea. Tell me about the Count's ship. The Counts have promised a beautiful and ostentatious design, something they call a Karak. Sounds expensive, however. I've heard enough about ships. Very well, Your Highness. Which will you choose? This isn't good. This is not good, chat. Do we choose the cheapest ship, the middling ship, or the really expensive ship?
Infamous. Just resubscribed. Hello cuties, Infamo 283 Shiba Hug, Infamo 283 Shiba Hug Ped Rose Edu 1 Love Ped Boop Else Cool 1 Kiss Else Cool 1 Kiss Rose Edu 1 Unless Rose Edu 1 Unless.
Oh, Devil, thank you so much for the 7 months. That was a lot of emotes. Want to travel in style, right? Can't afford anything more than the Now, really. Yes, so we borrowed 3k, and they had a 25% thing on it. So that's 375 we have to pay back. So we have to buy the Now. Very good, Your Majesty. But now you must decide who will crew your ship. Tell me about the volunteers. Unfortunately, the best of them come at a price. Fuck my life. The experienced trade ship captains and their crews will be ideal, but won't be free. There are also those in the Navy who are equally experienced, but enlisting them would reduce our naval strength for a time. You can also levy amateur peasant crews, or even use prisoners, but I don't know how much you could trust them to get where they need to go. I will conscript from the Navy, chat. Oh, God. Okay, the Grandee's Navy has gone down by 1. That's fine. That's fine. There's one more thing, Your Majesty. The ship will be large enough to house additional expedition of members or storage area for cargo. Send across the sea. She hands you a list. What would scholars bring to the expedition? Priests? Battalion of soldiers? Gold in the hold? What for? Why would I want horse stalls on the ship? I'm ready to make my choice. Jesus Christ. Scholars. Quail University is interested in whatever we can find in Kerr. It is vast, unexplored wilderness, after all. expertise could also be useful in deciding what to bring back or studying what can't be moved. Why would we bring priests? There's no telling what horrors might be found. It is a lawless, godless place. Surely need the protection of the ninth god. Battalion of soldiers, what can they do? The patricians are volunteering some of their finest warriors for your journey. Kerr is almost certainly a dangerous place. It would be prudent for our expedition to investment that have protection. Put gold in the hold for? It may sound far-fetched, your majesty, but there's every possibility that Kerr is inhabited. Horses? To bring horses, of course. Oh god. What are we thinking, chat? I don't know. I don't know. Scholars or soldiers sounds like the most sensible. Fine, I'm bringing the soldiers. Eek. She picked up some scribbled notes and diagrams, hurried out the room, her spectacles bouncing on her nose. Send in the nerds! The ship is completed in record time. Clearly, the grandees are eager to impress. We set off from the harbour by the end of the season. Crews are eager, and the ship looks sturdy. You can only hope they bring back something worth the investment, or come back at all. Well, I guess we'll find out next season, question mark. Deep in the south, in the back garden of the sun-bleached villa, a number of grandees crowd around a figure, raising their arms in toast. Here's to future Queen Fabia. The golden age is on the horizon. May the ninth god strike down the false king for his wickedness. Soon the Inquisition will be complete, and the Archbishop will crown our claimant. But what should be done with the king? Okay, so are you going to burn the king at the stake, which you have to lower the kingdom's ability, or show mercy in exchange for abdication by lowering the authority? Now, I think I know what you might pick. Something tells me, chat, that you might vote for A, because the stability is already low. Something in my, I don't know what it is that's telling me that. It's just this feeling I've got. How can I see if I'm joined? So there is a thing on the stream. You should have an extension if you're on desktop, but I can look here for you as well. You are in the Patricians, the green team. Green team. Along with a lot of people. And there are a lot of counts too. It's stability to 1, yes. A glorious way to usher in a new queen, the ninth god will surely be pleased. First, the current king. Grip on the kingdom must be at an all-time low. We wouldn't want to face any backlash from our little fireworks show, would we? The final stage of their scheme, the grandees must lower stability to 1 or less. By royal decree, we can tweak the land. Reverse voting. Nobles must vote for their least favourite option, and the votes with the least will pass. Fuck it. Pepe laugh. Okay, they've come to collect their debt. I haven't had a baby. I was really hoping I'd have a baby. Greetings, your majesty. I'm here on behalf of Salvant and Gaul to collect what we're owed. Delightful to see you. You owe us a grand total of 3,750 gold. Here you go, good sir. A pleasure doing business with you. That was it. I mean, we could have denied, we could have said, what if we don't want to pay you back? And maybe we could have had an authority roll. So we might have been able to get away with not paying that, but it doesn't matter. Too much crime, chat. Your Majesty, the courts are overloaded. We simply can't fit any more prisoners in the prison cells. Okay, do we hold a lottery to release the winners? Prison lottery, 20% chance. Announce an amnesty and release everyone, 20% stability roll. Or build more prisons, 50% authority roll. I think we want to build more prisons, chat. We don't want a stability roll. That seems like a sad time. Because if that lowers our stability after it, at the end of the day, then the grandees will be very happy and we'll be very sad. So I think C makes the most sense if you're not yellow. We don't want yellow people. I've completely destroyed your ability to rebel this time, which is nice. Okay. C it is. Let's go. Okay. Wake up, yellow. No, the roll failed! Oh no! The stability went down anyway! No! Chat, please! No! Cleo! Building new prisons turned out to be a little trickier than expected. Bureaucracy piles up, stonemasons turn and leave again. By the end of the season, one of the new prisons is barely started. Courts remain overloaded. Well, agricultural concerns. Your Majesty, the patricians have built a textile mill near my farm. It's polluting my soil, it is. And there are all sorts of toxic chemicals, and I can't grow as much as a pea. Those pesky patricians. And no need to worry, Your Ultra Majesty. It's called progress. This toxic chemical that speeds up textile manufacture by 5%. Yes, it's fantastically poisonous. Yes, the fumes cause birds to fall from the sky and turn the clouds green. But the 5 whole %. Please let us have this. Okay, chat, what are we thinking? Do we allow the patricians to use this chemical as much as they like? Reducing defiance, reducing farming, but increasing trade? Do we raise the treasury by I don't know, I don't think... Now, bear in mind, I don't know if this is going to reduce the farming in the patricians' lands, or in somebody else's, or overall. I'm not sure. So bear that in mind when you vote, patricians. I don't know if it will affect. We could raise the money for treasury and tax the new chemical, which sounds like it will probably... That will increase trade, lower farming, and give us some money, which is super cool. It accounts land. Or we could ban the toxic chemical. I'm going to... I'm going to veto A. So, eek. It's a very divided group here. There's people trying to stop the patricians. This is tricky. This is very tricky, chat. Very tricky. 1 step 2 have a heart. True! That's true. That's very true. It might not even be your farming, so... Okay, well, looks like we're banning the chemical. Lots of people did not want to vote. Depths below, I thought this was a free country. Actually, Lord Patrician, it's an oppressive feudal state with a broken constitutional monarchy and an unwieldy parliamentary system full of unelected aristocrats. Too real? So the UK? Really? I'll be damned! Fucking hell. Oh, it's good. Okay, well, end of season. While playing a game of chess in an austere castle, 2 counts of the East discuss their schemes against the crown. And most pleasing, the king is drunk with power. He's mandated statues of himself be built in every major city. Our sculptors are doing well, I hear. Better still, this means the time is ripe. I was thinking, oh, should we really show the king our true secrets of our group? I thought that was the point. Immortality and all that. But those are our secrets. They're meant to be kept, well, secret. What if we pull the wool over his eyes? Okay, Counts, are you going to lower your own defiance or raise your own farming? One of them is plan a false immortality ritual for the king that will kill him instead. That's lowering your defiance. Or induct the king into a real secret society of immortal blood drinkers by increasing your farming. Okay, it will be more interesting voting B. It will be very interesting. Everybody wants to see it. I kind of want to see it too. If I'm gonna lose to anything, I want it to be the Counts. Okay. Very well. We must prepare the ritual. Yes, I'll appease the spirits of the soil, but first, we must enrich our lands. By the blood of the dead, it won't be long now. The final stage, yes, scheme accounts must raise their farming to at least 7. Okay, that's not too bad, that's 2 farming. Okay, everybody's on their last thing, I think. Raise farming to at least 7, lower the stability to 1 or less, Monka S, or lower your own farming to 2 or less. So, everybody's on their last scheme. I still haven't had a child. My heir! Never mind. Your quest for an heir is finally complete. You stand before the council holding a small child in your arms. Should I die, I ask that my crown be passed down to. The council hall is filled with a nervous silence. My daughter. The assembled nobles break out in polite applause. By designating an heir, you've cemented the stability of the kingdom. Your Highness, may I be the first to congratulate you on the birth of your daughter. What is her name? Elias II. How delightful, Your Grace. I'm sure little Elias II will grow up to be a chip off the old block. Nice. Panic in the council. Your esteemed Highness, I bring you news from the coast. We're receiving reports of... I assure you the news can wait. I bring urgent tidings from the east that demand the king's attention at once. Wait your turn, you ignorant dolt. Why don't you settle your quarrel outside? Meanwhile, I have news from the south that really is urgent. Shut up! Shut up! Oh my god, channel my inner Lewis Brindley. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! We're ready to start recording. Shut up! Shut up! The industries of the coast are in grave danger. The workers are striking, and they demand fewer hours and higher pay. Is that all? By Xenia's ashes, the eastern courts are corrupt. Your Majesty, the judges are letting off the vilest criminals in return for the slightest bit of coin. The news is worse still. The cities of the south are being consumed with riots on a weekly basis. Our citizens want to overthrow the king and elect a more competent ruler. All these problems have arisen because your kingdom is increasingly unstable, Your Majesty. Something must be done. Doomed! We're doomed! What do you suggest? Unfortunately, we lack the resources to tackle all these problems at once. We must vote for which ones to prioritize. So do we break up the strikes along the coast, changing the defiance, reducing the trade, and increasing our stability? Do we reform the eastern courts, reducing the trade, changing the defiance, increasing the stability? Or do we restore order in the cities of the south, changing the defiance, decreasing the faith, and increasing the stability? It's all stability all the way down, chat. I'm gonna Pepe laugh you all, and I'm gonna do reverse voting. So now, whichever one is the least voted will be the one that passes. There you go, chat. Just for the memes. So... Maximum chaos, honestly. Why not? Let the confusion begin. Because it doesn't really matter that much. Because we're not bothered about trade. The defiance is irrelevant, and the stability is increasing on them all. So it's just a roll of the dice, honestly. Can you 50-50-50-50 yet? 33-33-33. Is that? Can we? Vote your mum? Kind of rude. Okay. Any more last minute voters? Patricians, why? Yeah. Voting has closed. Break up the strikes along the coast. You send in your troops to break the strikes. After the resulting riots have died down, the strikers reluctantly get back to work. Okay, the coast's defiance has gone down, and their trade is now poor. The east are now furious, and the south are also pretty angry, but our stability is now stable. Your Grace, heed my plea. The great tragedy of our time has befallen the east. You ran out of capes? Everybody always says that, Your Majesty. They made that joke last time we came toward the king. They made that joke. So silly. No, but it's even worse than that, I fear. An order of once great knights has fallen into disrepute. It's the Order of Gossamer Shield again, Your Grace. Honestly, I don't know what it is about them, Your Grace, but every time we have a new king, they just go off, and they used to be so knightly and serve the counts, but it's been brought to a new low. They have bounty hunters again. Nonsense! Our military has suffered some setbacks recently, so we thought we hired them for security. Yes, this was the same thing as that. Please, Your Highness, I beg the council to be reasonable. Well, we got a lot. We can't do anything with treasury, so we can just recall the order and restore its courtly dignity, which will reduce our stability. Or we can ignore the situation, increasing military defiance and lowering our authority. Or ignore the situation. Let's do it, chat. Let's ignore it. Let's ignore that situation. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. God, this is a tough one. I've just had a kid, so next round, the Spy Master should show up and talk to me. So it's gonna get quite close on this final round. I'm excited. I'm excited, chat. Bing bing! Dunny YD? Oh no, Dunny. What have you done? Etc. Okay, well, D it is. Our authority is 10! We're so authorious. Can't rebel now. I'm unstoppable. Yes. Oh man, I thought it went down. Well, it's still 9. Oh, the counts are very displeased now, chat. They're very upset, championship. Okay. That's the end of the season. Okay, here we go. Do we want to increase farming in the count's land, which they do want to do by voting A? Funding A even? Do we reduce faith in the count's land by funding B? Do we reduce the overall stability by funding C? Reduce trade in the grandees by voting D? Farming in the patricians' land by voting for E. This is going to be tight. Or increasing authority with F. So there are 3 ones here that I think people are really going to want. Counts want their farming up, so they're going to try and vote A. The grandees want stability down, so they're going to try and vote C. And the patricians want their farming down, so they're going to try and fund E. So these three are going to be very tight. Time to fund, chat. Here you go. All that money you've got to just whack it in there. I think. Damn, that goddamn count money is strong. Okay, I don't think anybody's going to beat A. I guess it's between E and C now for whether or not it's going to fellow counts. Zaf's gone all in. Okay, 16 seconds. Prison, stability, the grandees, they're not looking too hot right now. Ooh, they've just put a best thing in. Grandees and the D, they're so close. Any more grandees? Quickly. Oh, the patricians just put more in. The patricians put a load in. Holy crap. Okay, well. Poor grandees. So, the farming for the counts has gone up. And the farming for the patricians has gone down. They're not quite there. They're one off. Both of them are one off what they need. One. Okay, now it's time, chat, for my ambition. At the start of your reign, you said you wanted to be a conqueror, but so far, you've not convinced anyone. The kingdom's army is mediocre at best. You won't be doing any conquering anytime soon. Your current ambition isn't working out for you. If you want to stop the nobles from overflowing, you need to pivot, change your image. My advice would be to infiltrate each region with loyal spies, defeat their schemes with schemes of your own, but your other advisors have other ideas. Your Majesty, it would help us spread the zeal of the Ninth God. The Church would lend its full support. With that backing of the Church, the nobles would dare to move against you. Fazgaga, thank you for the follow. Counts military ridge, I guess. I guess so. What do we think it would need to be? So if all three of them are added together, it would be 15. So it must be more than half. Must be like 20, maybe, to hit the goal.
Mimer82 cheered 50 bits. The more you tighten your grip, viz T, the more nobles will slip through your fingers.
Pain. The nobles on their move gets you. The common folk, the common... how does this guy talk again? I can't remember. The common folk, a sleeping giant, even the nobles are afraid to awake. If you become beloved by the peasants, the nobles wouldn't dare overthrow you for fear of revolution. Don't listen to these fools. Have you ever heard the Scepter of Sages? It's a lost artifact forged by Queen Alma, the Wise. There is a legend that any king who recovers it will rule for a golden age. Fuck. So, stability and trade. This is kind of shit, innit? I'm gonna have to do authority and faith. Make farm, not war. I'm gonna have to make faith. I'm gonna have to do authority and faith. My authority is really high. And faith is the highest second stat. I'm really sad that we're not quite there with military. I kind of assumed this would be enough. Faith. A wise decision, Your Majesty. I shall send word to my priests. But of course, you need be worthy. Your priority is to raise your authority to the kingdom's overall faith as much as you can. And of course, there can't be an open rebellion amongst the noble. A miraculous discovery, chat. Ninth above, Your Majesty. One of the knaves from my estate discovered something extraordinary. Mr. Frodo, I was lost in a desert, herding my sheep, and I ran out of water. And then I heard the voice of the ninth god in my ear. I did. He said, "Drink and be sustained, for you are faithful." Then an oasis just bubbled out from the dry sand, it did. You sure it wasn't a hallucination? By the ninth, no, the water has healing properties. A single sip, it fixed my sprained ankle, it did. A true miracle in the south. This is marvelous news indeed. We must allow kingdoms faithful to access these sacred waters. Nay, the whole world. Wait a moment. For free, your highness? Oh, shit. Okay. So... if we pick A, we allow the grandees to charge pilgrims to visit, which will decrease our stability, increase their wealth, and lower defiance. The sacred waters must be free to everyone who wants them, which will make everybody else less defiant and the grandees more defiant, and increase faith, but which sounds pretty cool. Or use the waters to irrigate southern crops and heal sick animals, which will lower our authority but increase farming and stability. Ooh. So, yellow wants A. Southern crops. So, C won't increase... Now, bear in mind, counts... C won't increase your farming. It will only increase the grandees' farming, which is 10. So bear that in mind when you vote. So I think... we just gotta veto A. No, yellow wants to reduce stability. Yeah, but stability's fine. It's at 5. That's fine. It's up to you. It's up to you, honestly. It's up to you. Defiance change and trade up, faith up from B. Or it's got to that point where it's like everybody's just trying to fuck each other over. I abstain. I think that's fair. Everybody's trying to... None of us are playing to win. We're just playing to make everybody else lose. So that's what's happening right now. It's literally 50-50. That's rank 3, I know. But even with me, like, everybody's trying to fuck me over too. Okay, well, it's tied at 13. You know what that means, chat? King's Choice. Perfect politics simulator. The grandees, their defiance has gone up. Everybody else's has gone down. The southern trade has gone up slightly. The faith everywhere has gone up. The Stone Maiden. Behold, your highness. Kunt Fazgaga pulls aside a tarpaulin to reveal a granite statue of Countess Cherishima. The statue is impeccably detailed, its expression a frozen grimace. Oh no. Oh, Cherry, this is not a statue, Cherry. This is not a statue. A sad sight, is it not? The sculptor is most talented. No, your highness, this is no statue. It seems the Stone Maiden is abroad in the east. Isn't there a fairy tale about the Stone Maiden? Old women scare their children with tales of her, yes. She's a walking statue with burning yellow eyes. All who meet her gaze are turned to stone. She sleeps for years at a time before walking and terrorizing the kingdom. She must have ambushed Countess Cherishima on her latest walk in the cemetery. Please, your majesty, we must do something. So we could have hired a wizard, but we're poor as shit. We can send an army to smash it to rubble, but the military in the council land is so low that is a 0% chance of success. We can tell everybody in the east to hide, which is an 80% authority vote, or we can consult fairy tales for a solution for a 55% chance. What I'm gonna do, chat, is if you want to fuck us over, I guess I don't know. It's just tricky. This is tricky. I'm thinking that you might try and vote for B because B can't win. B is a 0% military vote, okay? Fairy Tale never works for this one. Well, it might do, it's 55% chance. Like quarantine all over again. I'm gonna put my iron will on B. That way, if you choose to vote for B, you're just letting me win by giving me more authority. So that should be a disincentive for you see. That way, you can choose what happens. Because we don't really know what's gonna happen. Like, C is probably the best. C might increase the count's farming or something, or it might, you know, who knows? I was trying to use my choice to disincentivize you from voting one way. Which is so silly, but it works. It does work. Okay, so we're telling everybody to hide at an 80% authority chance. 80% will fail XCOM rules? Probably. Honestly. Okay, here we go. That's not a solution! That's pure cowardice! Defiance is now treasonous. It may be cowardly, but it works! The Stone Maiden wanders around the east aimlessly, finding nothing but barred doors and shuttered windows. At long last, she retreats to her lair deep underground and falls asleep once more. But the weeks of stillness have devastated the eastern economy. The Count's got very into baking sourdough. Okay, that's fine. That's fine, chat. That was the last event of that thing. I can tax someone who's got a lot of money. Looks like the patricians have a lot of money. But then the counts are already near rebellion, so I'll just tax them. I can't do anything about it. Ambition time. As you have chosen of the divine right to rule, it is a small step from that to sainthood. But the nobles will be suspicious. A king with the power of the church behind him is a dangerous prospect indeed. Right now, they're unlikely to speak out. They're afraid of you. This must remain the case. The kingdom must also embrace the ninth god. If the church has no influence, there is no little point in your gaining sainthood. As things stand today, I believe the flock will follow where I guide them. This must also remain the case. Sainthood, here I come. Their commendable attitude, your majesty. This game is dope. It's so good, right? My favorite thing is, like, some things just pop back up again because they're just events that are going to pop back up again. But sometimes the events roll over, and like something from this run, whatever happens, might pop up again in the next one, and I really love that. Like, if you keep playing them. Goal is to raise the kingdom's authority and overall faith as much as you can. I know, I'm trying. Please, please. A visit from the Spy Master. Your Majesty, I come to you with a sensitive matter. What is it? It has become clear that the Queen Consort, Natashka, is utterly despised by the common folk. She can't appear in public without being mercilessly mocked. Fortunately, appearing in public is the only thing your wife is really required to do. How could they despise my dearest Natashka? The common folk think Natashka is a self-pitying wretch. All of her speeches are full of gloom and pessimism, and the peasants are sick of it. She's a count, my wife. She's basically super gloomy goth chick. She's basically May from Avatar: The Last Airbender. Not gloom and automatically. I don't like to pry from your personal affairs, but your wife's popularity continues to plummet. She could be at risk. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. It is my duty, your majesty. Shall I fetch your wife so you can discuss this matter with her? I guess so. What is it, my dear? I hear the commoners have turned against you. So I've noticed, but what am I to do about it? Oh my gosh. 100 gold and a dream? Pain. I'm gonna say I'll station some city watch with you. That's a load off my mind, thank you. Okay, it's fine. I put some city watch with her. She's not gonna get assassinated on my watch, that's all I'm saying. Not my wife. Your Majesty, nobles of the council, tensions are running high, but the kingdom itself is stable. Perhaps it is time we forget our past trouble and come together as friends. What do you have in mind, Chancellor? We could exchange gifts, or hold a friendly competition, a fashion show, perhaps, or a game of riddles. Your Majesty, why don't we hold a vote on team-building exercise to help you and the council trust each other again? A game of riddles, Saj. It's too expensive. An exchange of gifts, a friendly fashion competition, or that's a stupid idea. I'm gonna reverse voting. I'm gonna reverse voting, chat. Go for it. Choose whatever you want. Vote for whatever you like, chat. Oh, what do you want, huh? Oh, you wanna do that? Yeah. Oh, that's confusing. Reverse voting is confusing. Good, Anakin, good. Vote B. Do it. Do it now. Do it. The dark side of the Force. Yes. It's powerful, powerful. Dark side, chat. Very powerful indeed. Well, we're doing a fashion competition. Rip my money. Oh, wonderful! I'll make the arrangements at once. A cash prize should go to the winning noble, I think. As the nobles begin murmuring, a fashion show. They could buy some better jewelry, find some of those jeweled crabs. Wonderful. Lovely. Lovely. Bit of jeweled crab. Excellent. Let's end the season, chat. By royal decree. Stability, or after voting nobles continue to mind, or voting for hidden. Ooh, okay, I really want to win, so I'm gonna get anonymous voting. Okay. Ambition. Your Majesty, I've received messages from the priests beyond the capital. They're working hard to promote your power in every sermon. Ah, I love to see the church and the state working together, smiley face. Absolutely, Your Majesty. Listen to the priest's letters, 90% authority. Your command of the kingdom is masterful, Your Majesty. The nobles are in no position to push back against you. Ah, now the journey of sainthood begins. We will scour the kingdom for miracles to show your holiness of your rule. Please thank your priests for me. Oh, no need for thanks. Now, more than ever, they serve the crown and the ninth as one. I shall write to my priests directly. They will investigate any potential miracles and send word once they find one. Wait for a miracle, 70%. Yes! After a few weeks, noble patrician Mortis GM arrives excitedly. Excellent, Your Majesty, Your esteemed Highness. Excellent news from the coast. 9 white wildcats were seen closest to the patrician's villa, and a group of mercenaries followed them along the coast. They found an ancient, forgotten church carved into the cliffside. The wildcats vanished, leaving only a handful of fur. Not to mention that the coast's crops suddenly flourished. Oh no, the patrician's farming just massively went up as well, their goal. Besides, you must recall how the ninth blessing the south with holy waters, and that peasant reported a vision of you being blessed by the ninth. When the king's rule is holy, the ninth god rewards everyone. Everyone agrees the signs are here. What does this mean? I believe it is, your majesty. I will make the preparations for the ceremony at St. Bertrand's Cathedral. I look forward to seeing you. That evening, your wife comes to see you. I hope the nobles don't brush back on this. They've always had something to say. I want the church and the crown to work in harmony. As a saintly king, you're just the person to do it. Before you know it, the time has come. It's a gloriously sunny day in the capital, and the layers upon layers of ceremonial robes are rather hot. You stand before the Archbishop in St. Bertrand's Cathedral in front of the gathered nobles. And Natashka stands beside you, her hand in yours, my lovely wife, chap. Off to the side, Euless II is watching excitedly. She occasionally tries to dash into the crowd, but her governess retrieves her each time. We stand together in the power of the ninth god to witness the holy influence of King Euless. There follows a very long sermon. Stand and smile respectfully. 10 faith in everything! 10 faith! It goes on and on. But eventually it's time for your blessing. A blanket of silence falls over the cathedral. You step forward and the Archbishop sprinkles holy water upon your brow. Perhaps you feel something. A warm glow as the ninth god is watching. The power of the ninth god bathes you in holy light. The nobles can never stand against you now. Rise once more, King of the Kingdom and Saint Euless. May the ninth god bless this day. He will, your majesty, he will. Applause rises in the cathedral. Applause, chat. Applause. Surrounded by her red-robed devotees, the High Inquisitor is watching closely. After a moment, she applauds with the rest. At the next council session, the nobles arrive to find a cluster of inquisitors who have joined your honor guard. What are they doing here? Since when does the Inquisition have a place in the council? By the ninth, hush! Do you really want to be tried for heresy? Don't worry, they're purely ceremonial. Yes, I suppose so, your majesty. Over the course of a day, even the boldest noble is quick to vote with the crown. It's so easy, relaxing, efficient. You finish early for the first time in months. With the church at your back, you have the license to do what you please, as long as you keep the ninth god's good side, of course. A long, glorious, venerated reign awaits St. Euless. Oh, chat, we did it, we won one! Oh my gosh, we actually won one. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. All that remains of the patricians' attempt to usurp the crown was a prisoner, deep under the palace, clad in an iron mask and shrouded in rumour. With their plans in tatters, the counts retreated to their castle to brood. Their olive branch was rejected, their secret of eternity that they had guarded for eons. They would not be so kind again. The grandees continue to throw accusations of witchcraft and heresy at their enemies. Everyone gradually learned to ignore them. Praise be, under St. Euless' reign, the church was all-powerful. The only thing warmer than the hearts of the believers were the heretics being burned alive. The king died peacefully after another 15 years of devout rule. Legends say that an angel appeared at his bedside to bear him to the thereafter. Oh. Yes, we did it! 3 years, and we won with our beloved Natashka. Oh, we were succeeded by our daughter. Beautiful. Beautiful. Wandering in was the richest, Bolsotli was the poorest. We have 10 faith all across the board. Everybody was very defiant, though. Oh, what a beautiful, beautiful end. Oh. We did it. Amazing. Hey chat, I think we'll play some more next week. Who are we gonna raid? We're gonna raid somebody. Gotta set it going so I can... chatting whilst it goes. Who's live? Ped is live. Everybody's live. Everybody in the world is live. Daltos is live. Let's raid Daltos. Okay. Oh yeah! Thank you so much, everybody. I need to just quickly press this button and this button. Stop! It doesn't want to press the button. Please let me press the button. Help! I can't undo my green screen. I'm stuck here. It won't turn off. Help! 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 Help me, chat! I cannot. I am stuck here. The button does not work. I live in green void now. Please. The place of green. It is so green. Sudge. Well, thank you everybody for watching. And we'll be back on Friday. Overlight 9 will be doing something, and then we'll probably raid over to Ped Subathon. And thank you everybody for being here. It's been a little while since we did a stream, and I was very nervous. So it's been lovely. It's been a great stream. Great one to get back into it, you know. And then on Saturday we're gonna do some Fallout, and it's gonna be good and chill. So thank you everybody. Have a lovely time with Daltos. Thank you all for hanging out. Mwah, 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 mwah. Have a good day. Have a good day.